Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday night. Welcome to Mother Tucker's channel. Welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday with me, Jason, from Mother Tucker's Antiques, and the one, the only, Mr. New Jersey himself, Garden Guy Bill. How are you, sir?
I don't know about Mr. New Jersey there.
All right.
There's a
All
lot
right.
going into that, but no, I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How's it? Are you getting acclimated back to school and all that fun stuff? Or
Yeah, classes start this week, so
yeah,
let's just leave it at that. Classes start this week. I like the classes I teach. I like my students. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is your happy place. So we don't want to talk work. We want to keep it all happy. So hopefully everybody's here to have a good time. Me and Bill have, oh my gosh, we have a lot of vintage lined up for you. And you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for the quick claims because we have some really, really good stuff coming up in those quick claims. So trying to think if there's anything else off the bat. Next week, Misty will be joining us. It'll be the first sale of the month. So Misty will be with us next week along with Enamour Amy. So it'll be our monthly quad. And then the following Monday, Amy's going to come back on with us. So it'll be a trio, and that'll be because it'll be preparation before we all head to Springfield. So that's going to be really fun. So if you guys are going to be in Springfield for the Springfield extravaganza, please look for us. We're all going to be walking around or dying in the heat looking for those goodies. So if you guys are there and you see us, please say hello. I'm really getting anxious for it, Bill. This will be your first time to Springfield, won't it?
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
Although I went to college in Ohio, so it'll be nice to go back there.
Right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and spill the beans because this Thursday night, Bill, what are you going to be doing? You got an extra sale this week.
I do. I'm going to be with Enamour Amy at 7 o'clock on her channel on Thursday. And we've been going back and forth all day today about what we're bringing for this amazing Halloween only sale. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I mean, I might end up buying half the things she's bringing, but it's going to be good.
I heard rumor of some handmaids. I heard some rumors of some handmaids.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Maybe some planters. Okay. I don't know.
With that said, gang, if you guys are not subscribed to Enamour Amy's channel, please make sure that you are. That way you'll get notified this Thursday when that sale starts because it's going to be a really, really good sale. And I'm going to be there hanging out, watching you guys. It's going to be fun. So as we get in and start saying hello to everybody, our official mod and bid ender tonight, it is the lovely Karen Gillette, and they are back from vacation. I hear they had a very lovely time, or should I say, the family portion of the vacation is over. So hopefully you guys had a really good time. It seems like you did. The pictures were fun. And I hope to get to Niagara Falls someday. That's where they all were. And it seems like it's a really, really fun place. So, all right, gang, with 60 of you here, we're going to start saying hello to some of our friends. And then Bill's going to explain to us how the sale is going to work tonight. And then we're going to get into it. So first person in the chat was Tumbleweed. How are you, Tumbleweed? Hurrah, hurrah for another big Monday. You are right. Just followed by the one, the only Mix Mom. How are you? It's so good to see you, Mix Mom. Welcome to Monday, everybody. And we hope you guys can come hang out, score some good vintage, get some good vibes, feel laid back, refreshed, because Mondays aren't as bad as they seem. We're going to set that tone for the week for you. So we got Shannon here in the chat with us. How are you? We got the one, the only Holly Parker. How are you, Holly? Again, thank you, Holly, for being our bid ender during Uniquely Vintage with me and Rochelle. Thank you so much. Holly's also one of our backup bid enders for the evening, and she's also one of the mods. She's also one of our mods for tonight. So thank you so much. There's Karen's avatar, so please familiarize yourself with that daisy so you guys know who's going to be dropping those bid ends, and you'll have to learn her lag so that you guys know how to drop in your just in cases or your final bids right before she says bid end and closes it out for us. It's my man. It's my YouTube DJ in the house, Mr. Gavin of Grady Group of Vintage Recordings. Guys, if you're not following him, please make sure you are. Karen, if you could drop his link there for us, it'd be great. You guys, we got to get him over 700 or at least 700. If you guys love oldies, rock, music, new music, old music, and you like it played on vinyl on a turntable, you're going to want to follow this channel, Grady Group of Vintage Recordings, because he puts out some really good content. Sometimes he puts out multiple ones a day, and he can literally be your YouTube DJ. Just put him on in the background, and you're going to hear a great selection of music. So Good to see you, Mr. Gavin. There's our other backup mod or bid ender tonight, the lovely Deanna of Northwest Sunshine. How are you? It's always so good to see you. Welcome, everybody. There's Perla. How are you, Perla? So good to see you. Let's see who else is here with us tonight. We'll keep scrolling down there. There's my mother. Hello, Linda. It's so good to see you. I love you, Mom. We got the one, the only Leslie Newquest in the house. How are you, Leslie? It's always so good to see you guys. See who? Oh, speaking of her, there's Enamor Amy, guys. How are you? So good to see you, Amy. Happy Monday. There's Don't You Know in the chat. How are you? It's so great to see you. Oh, Bill, this picture, this little avatar always makes me smile. Pat, such a happy smiling face. Pat Robinson, it's so good to see you. Welcome to Monday night. We're so happy you can hang out with us. There's Philomena. How are you, Philomena? All the way from South Australia. Crikeys, how are you? It's so good to see you. See who else is here with us tonight. We have Karen Kennedy in the house with us. And Karen, I'm packing up your little brooch. We will get you invoiced and we'll get it shipped out to you hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday. So we are going to get that packed up for you, Karen, from Saturday's sale. I mean, Bill. So we got Cheryl in the house. How are you, Cheryl? Good to see you. Gina's here with us. How are you, Gina? Welcome to Monday night, everybody. There's our friend Tirza. How are you, Tirza? There's my other co-host of Uniquely Vintage, Rochelle. How are you, Rochelle? It's so good to see you guys. Make sure you're following her as well. Her links are in any of our other sales, so please make sure you're following her. Trina, how are you, Trina? So good to see you. There's Miss New Jersey. How are you, Steel Whisper? So good to see you. She is a new addition to the Mermaid Bathroom Club. Congratulations. The quintessential Mermaid Bathroom Club. So it's so good that so good to add you. I'll get you to the roster and I'll get you to the monthly newsletter. Just give me about a week, Steel, and we'll get you. We'll get you
Jason, we need to plan. We need to talk about when the next sale is going to be because I'm kind of doing well.
Okay, all right. I have to tell you, anything good I find, we're keeping. That doesn't mean Tina has a little stash, so we'll dig in her stash. It'll be good to go. So, hello, Dawn. It's so good to see you. How are you? Welcome, everybody, to Monday night. Let's see who else is here with us. We got Mary is here with us of Grandma Mary's Attic. It's always so good to see you. So good to see you guys here on Monday. We'll see who else is here with us. Guys, I feel like I'm getting down near the end, so if you want to say hello, please do. But if you want to lurk, that's okay too. We got Simply Shenanigans in the chat. How are you? We have my other half, the other half of the Mother Tucker Corporation, Tina. How are you, Tina? She's always keeping me on a short leash, so I'm being watched and on my best behavior. See who else is here with us tonight. My chat's moving all around. We got John here with us. How are you, John? So good to see you. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, everybody. See who else is in the chat here with us tonight. We got Franny B in the house. How are you, Franny B? So good to see you guys. Let's see who else is here with us. Oh, there we go. There's Glowy Girl. How are you? So good to see you, Glowy Girl. Let's see who else is with us. There's Sherry. How are you, Sherry? Great to see you tonight. Welcome, everybody, to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. See who else is in the chat here with us. Oh, there's Melissa. How are you, Melissa? So good to see you guys. Welcome, everybody. There's Colleen. How are you, Colleen? Followed by Kevin. How are you, Kevin? So good to see you. Yeah, she is the CEO. She is the CEO. Oh, I'm going to do it, Bill. I'm going to put on 10 pounds, but it's going to be worth it because the one, the only, Powdered Donuts in the house. How are you? So good to see you, Donut69. How are you? We have Heidi with us here of Rosie's Auction House. How are you? Welcome to Monday night. And we're all the way down to the end. So, guys, you know what that means. That means it's time for Bill to take over. Jason's going to stop talking, and Bill's going to explain to us how the sale's going to work here tonight.
So this first is for Mary Jo and all of the other concerned parties out there. I do wear sunscreen. I promise you. I have fair Northern Irish skin. This is sunscreen and 10 minutes of sun exposure. I can't help it. It's what happens. I'm not ill. I'm not about to have a heart attack. It's just a little sun. So thank you for your concern. But it just is what it is. I was at an outdoor vintage market all day yesterday. So that's what happens. So welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here for Mother Tucker's Monday. Jason and I are super excited to be here every Monday and to hang out with all of you. It looks like maybe YouTube did a little bit of update with the chat. So if you had a little trouble getting in, we're just going to have to get used to that new that new way to get in. But once you're in, I think a lot of you know you want to be in live chat all messages. So whatever toggle switch you have on your device, make sure that it says all messages. You also want to make sure that you refresh often. We experience a lag, and there are storms, people. A lot of you in the South know it right now. So who knows what's going to be happening with all of the internets, and we wish everyone to be well and to be safe. But it is important for you to refresh occasionally. And that just means you close YouTube, you come back in, click on the sale. And once you're back in the sale, just make sure you're in live chat, all messages, and then you'll see everything that you need to see. Yeah, sunscreen is a good thing. I learned that later in life. We also invite you to engage in the conversation. It's really fun to see what people have to say and to learn from everyone. So if you've been hanging in the background, or if today is your first day, hopefully you feel comfortable enough to put something in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know what you know. Have some fun. Tell us a joke, whatever. We love it. And then finally, if you do have any questions during the sale, if you want to type those in all caps, we're much more likely to see them. And if we miss them, we have some awesome moderators in the sale, as Jason said before, who can help us filter those questions. We're happy to answer them. So the sale itself is an offer up auction type sale, as most of you know. So we are going to show a bunch of items. We have 16 rounds. We have 13 regular offer up rounds, and then we're going to do a quick 3 lightning rounds. During those first 13 rounds, we'll show you an item. We'll say what the start price is. Jason will pin it right where our emails are now, and then we will start accepting bids in $1 increments in the chat. Feel free to engage in that, or feel free to you can bid in $1 increments that are more than $1, but it's all up to you. We know that some of you are here to have fun. We know that others of you are here to purchase, and we know that lots of you are here for both of those things. So yeah, after a certain time, after we've described the item, we've told you any condition issues that you may need to know. Hopefully, if you all know anything about the item we're showing, I know for sure I have a couple things that I know minimal about tonight. So it'd be really great if people could add what they know in the chat, just so we can all learn. After we have a couple of bids on an item, we will start a countdown, and we typically start with 15-second countdowns. And at the end of the countdown, we will say bid end. The highest bid that came in before that bid end is a person who will claim that item. Now, and Karen Gillette, as Jason already said, is our official bid ender. If you are here to claim a specific item, or you see something that you really want to have your best chance of obtaining, you can use an option called just in case. Just in case represents the maximum amount of money you'd be willing to bid on a particular item. And if you have the highest just in case after that comes in before the bid end, we will bid you up $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest just in case. Just an opportunity for you to have your best chance to claim an item. And the way you do that is you type JIC with that maximum amount you'd be willing to spend into the chat. We do ask, though, that if you use the JIC option, that you be an active bidder, meaning someone who's already put at least one bid in prior to the use of the just in case, and that it only be used during the countdown. We also are initiating a special new event on Mother Tucker's Monday that we announced last week, and it will occur for the first time tonight. We are doing our Vintage Challenge Viewers' Choice Round. Last week, we announced this, and we selected a viewer essentially to tell us what we should bring for a round this week. So we're going to do that again tonight, but tonight the category was color. So there was a viewer who told us last week what color we should bring for a particular round tonight. Jason and I have been challenged to do a cobalt blue round, and I'm happy to say I think we've met the challenge. We're going to do it at a randomly selected point during the sale. Let me just open up my iPad. I have a random number generator here, rounds 1 through 13. And we are going to go ahead and do it during round, whatever it says here. We're going to do it during round 3, Jason.
Okay.
So we're going to do the Vintage Challenge during round 3.
All right.
At the end of round 3, we're actually going to do a little collection of we're going to choose the next category and the next person for the next time Jason and I sell together. So that's going to be fun. The category, however, for the next time will not be a color, it will be something else. So stick around for that. But round 3, Jason, I'll keep track of that, and we'll start that in round 3.
Okay.
So if you do claim something from us tonight, here is what we need from you. We need 4 pieces of information because we bill via PayPal. We would appreciate an email from you with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your shipping address, and an email we can send a PayPal invoice to. As we've said before, you do not need a PayPal account in order to check out and pay through PayPal. You can check out as a guest with the email link that we send you. So you don't need to create an account as long as you have a payment method and you put your mailing address in so we know where to mail it to you. You'll be good to go. We do like to emphasize that a bid is a commitment to pay. We appreciate that. We also appreciate payment within 24 to 48 hours after invoicing, and we'll talk a little bit in a minute about when that happens. And we just like to remind you all that what we're selling, I tried this is as close to Cobalt as I could get.
Yeah, well, yep. I'm rocking the Cobalt. Yep.
Yeah. So the last thing I wanted to say is our items are vintage. You all know that. They're in vintage condition. We're going to do our best to point out everything that we see and notice about them. We feel really strongly that you should have the best opportunity to gauge whether or not it's something that you'd be interested in. But again, the caveat is they are vintage items. So I will be invoicing tomorrow because, folks, I got a lot going on this week. I have 3 more sales and the semester starts. I don't know what I was thinking. And apparently now I'm going to Mother Tucker's on Friday too. So I got a lot going on. So I'm going to invoice for this sale tomorrow. Unless, of course, you want an open box. I'm always happy to do that. Just let me know. I ship from Northern New Jersey, and I use PayPal, as I said, and Pirate Ship to get the deep discounts on the shipping. I ship to the U.S. and Canada only. Jason?
All right. I ship from Pennsylvania. I also use PayPal. That's how I'll be invoicing you guys. I use Pirate Ship. I only ship to the United States and Canada. I will be doing all of my invoicing on Saturday. So like I always say, if you guys need it, if you need your box closed. So in essence, everybody, if you buy tonight, you'll have an open box. If you bought from my sale with Rochelle on Saturday, you already now have an open box. But if you need it shipped, just email us, let us know, and I will get it packed. I'll get you an invoice. I usually can invoice in under 24 hours. And then once the invoice is paid, I can ship in under 24 hours. So I also offer free pickup at the brick and mortar. My shop is in Adamstown, Pennsylvania. We are just about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. If you guys are familiar with the Amish country in Lancaster, we're nestled right in that. We're about, 20 minutes from Lancaster City. So once you guys, pay your invoice, we will make arrangements and get it up to the shop. If you guys want to use that, please, in your email, let us know. That way we won't charge you for any shipping. So again, open box. I pack an invoice on Saturdays. If you guys bought on Saturday, you guys do have an open box. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. There were a few more friends that hopped in. Let's say hello to them, and we'll get the sale underway. So we have Spark Joy in Life who just popped in. So good to see you. We have the lovely Karen Chasin Vintage. How are you? We have Susan here with us. So good to see you, Susan. How are you, Terry? We got Gina here with us. How are you, Gina? Shabby Wonder. I think I missed you earlier. How are you, Shabby Wonder? And I think that is everybody. Yeah, I think that's everybody and gets us back on track. So we better get to it, Bill. We got some there's Blythe. How are you, Blythe? Hello, Artsy Fartsy. Good to see you, Tracy. How are you guys? Oh, and there's Wanda. How are you? So good to see you. There's Blythe. All right, Bill, we better get to it. We got a lot of rounds tonight, so we'll get us all moved around here. And you let me know, sir, how much your first item's starting at.
$8 for choice, Jason. And I'm doing this round in homage to vintage recordings. So this is a round that was inspired by Gavin, Grady Group of Vintage Recordings. If you didn't hear Jason announce that YouTube channel earlier today, this round is in honor of that. I have 4 of these, and they're all different. I don't know if anyone knows these or remembers these from the 80s. These are from 1982. I do not remember them, but they are musical postcards. Each one has a tape on the inside with a song on it. This one on the cover, it says, I used to have both feet on the ground, and the song is "Your Love Keeps Lifting Me Higher." So what this is an opportunity for you to send somebody a song, and on the B side, it's blank for you to record them a message. Then the whole box folds up so you can put it through the postal system. Jason, do you remember a few weeks ago when I brought those puzzle postcards? Yeah, these are kind of fun. So this one, this is the first one. Your love keeps lifting me higher. The second one says, "At last, I can finally give up chocolate." And the song is "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You." The next one is "I Get High on Your Lips."
My God.
And the song is "You've Got Kisses Sweeter Than Wine."
See,
and then
here's
the last one, Jason, my favorite. What were you going to say?
I was just saying, my question is, I'm sure Gavin's going to ask the same thing. I wonder if it's by the original artist or if it's one of those. Okay.
They're not.
All right.
The last one is, what do you say to someone who doodahs unzipped? Zippity doodah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
These
How
are
fun is that?
Oh my God. And cassette tapes are so popular again now. They're almost just as, if not more than vinyl.
Yeah, and it's just a fun little novelty. I mean, you don't even need to use this to you can give this as a gift to someone else to use. So I just think they're so fun. They're called audio greeting cards by Zipzong.
They're good.
Yeah. And again, all the instructions for how you fold them up and send them through the mail are here on the back. Just really fun. So I'm going to go through them one more time. We have Zippity Doodah, one of my favorite songs from the era. You've Got Kisses Sweeter Than Wine. How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. And Your Love Keeps Lifting Me Higher. I don't remember these from the 80s.
I don't remember them at all, but I'm happy that somebody saved them so that they're here. I'm so happy they're here.
And unused. I mean, they weren't. These are unused. These haven't been sent. So, really, really fun. Oh, so Karen, thank you for your bid. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, they are right now looking for $9 for choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I'm guessing Holly's doing the bid end?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. I love the cheesy graphics.
I know.
think it's just,
So good.
I think that's what sells them. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So
And, it's kind of a little bit sexualized, like the Miami Vice era of the 1980s. Right. So fun. So there is the bid end. Thank you, Holly. So Karen, you have choice. Just let me know which one you would like at your bid of $8. And I can watch the comments, Jason. No problem.
All right, guys. And you got to make sure you're following Grady, Grupo Vintage Recordings. She wants them all because I can almost guarantee you'll probably see them in one of his upcoming videos. All right, gang. $10 choice. And if you haven't known by now, if I'm not selling salt and pepper shakers, I'm offering toothpick holders. So for $10 choice, it's choice on the Imperial glass toothpick holders. And this one I'm going to call purple, although when you do the research, they do call it amethyst. I think it hinges more on the purple side. So if you guys aren't familiar with these are the larger toothpick holders, and they will just about hold one of these little tea light candles. Now, it won't go all the way down, but you can get it in there to use it as a votive. So if that's something that you'd want to do with these, you could. That's what I love about the Imperial one. So this is your first choice, just at $10, and it has the Hob Star pattern mixed in, and also has like the sawtooth pattern around the top. No chips, no cracks, no issues at all, no sickness to it. This would be great, with Halloween coming up, if you did want to put a little votive in it or actually use it. It measures just about 2.5 inches tall, about 2.5 inches wide. So just $10 on a gorgeous piece of Imperial glass. That is your first one to choose from. And I haven't had this one for a while. This is the gorgeous amber version, which would be great. I sort of hinged on trying to find decor and colors to start thinking fall. I know Labor Day is next week, so a lot of my things are going to look very fall, very warm, harvesty kind of colors. So, and again, the details on this toothpick, I just love. Again, some of the little Hob Star effects right there. These glisten in the light, and they're just the right size to put in your windows, so that, you know, you can put them right on that little lip that you have or a little ledge of the window. So thank you, Noel. I see your 10. So this is your second choice, Imperial glass, little toothpick. They measure 2.5 by 2.5. So we have the purple one, or as they call their amethyst, although it's very translucent, very, you know, you can see through it. And usually when it's amethyst, it's almost hard to see. They usually look almost like a black glass, but you have either the purple or the amber. And of course, they're in very good shape with no chips, no cracks. They are patterned glass. So let's go ahead and count them down. We're looking for 11 or more. Gang, remember, we are offering just in case here on the channel, but you have to be an active bidder. So let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These are a good size. They do make good little risers. If you wanted to put a little figurine on there, you can see it is flat. CB is in at 11. Thank you so much, CB. Noel's in there with just in case of 23. And then we're just waiting on that bid end from Karen right behind it. Thank you so much. So Noel at $12, you get first choice. CB, you'll have backup. Just let me know, Noel, if you're interested in the purple one or the amber, and you can definitely take both. And that would be at $12
Purple.
Each. Both of them? All right.
No, purple.
Just purple. Gotcha. Sorry, jumped the gun. So CB, you have backup for the amber one at your bid of 11. If you're interested, just claim it. Say yes in the comments. If not, we'll bring it back for the recap. But CB, you could have this one for $11. All right, Bill.
$14 for choice, Jason. And I haven't brought any Pixie related stuff in a while. And I found these yesterday when I was out, and I knew I had to bring them tonight. I have two of them, and they're both different. I have some framed art. So these were from a children's book that was in really bad condition. So the person decided to take out the pages that were good and frame them, and they are super adorable. The first one on the top, so there's two different frames. So it's for choice for one or for one of the frames. The first one is this little pixie out in the garden with some mushrooms and a little ladybug pushing a cart or pulling a cart, which is so sweet. They're big. They're 14 inches long and 7 inches across. And then on the bottom are a bunch of pixies in a pixie nursery. I think it's so cute. There's like a thimble for like a little chair and an acorn that makes a little children's wagon. Just really adorable. So this is the first one, the one with the ladybug pulling the cart and the little pixie nursery. The second one has this adorable little pixie mounted or sitting on top of a mushroom out in the forest, just kind of thinking about the day and pondering life. And then on the one on the bottom is a pixie taking a fun ride on the back of a caterpillar. And I apologize, Misty, if you're in the background. I know you don't like them, but so cute. The frames are not vintage. The frames are contemporary, but these are vintage. These are pages from a vintage children's book.
These are so good.
Yeah, I think they're fun.
And they would be,
and someone who's talented could weather these frames if they wanted to.
Yeah. And or if you reframe them, and you could have a really killer small, gallery wall with like 4 small little ones.
Yeah, they're really sweet. Did I say something? I thought I said grasshopper. Did I not say grasshopper?
I thought you said, at least I thought you said grasshopper.
Maybe I said something else. Hopefully I didn't say praying mantis. Anyway, so we'll bring this back at the recap if there is no interest. But I thought they were super cute. And did I say caterpillar? Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the gardener in me, right? Like I don't even know my garden insects.
Well, it was funny because I was looking at it and I was thinking.
Well, that's the thing. That's what you and I have in common, Jason. We're thinking one thing and we say something else.
This is true. Make sure to remind Tina of that next time you see her. Would you please, Bill? So, all right. My next round is going to start at choice for $15. And these are made in Japan. And you can't have a sale with Garden Guy Bill and not bring some kind of planter or wall pocket. So this is going to be your first choice. Again, I hinged everything on darker, warmer, tones heading into the fall. I figured you'll get it. You guys can start using it, or at least have it. So then in the next month or so, you can start decorating with it. So this will be your first choice on the Parrot. Very much in a Majolica kind of theme of a wall pocket. Very good condition. No chips, no cracks. Again, this will be your first one. And it is embossed right there, made in Japan. And there's the hole to hang it. So a gorgeous wall pocket, I think, would look great heading in with your fall decor, add to a gallery wall. This one is a nice size. It's 7.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So let me get in there. No chips, maybe minimal crazing, but it's a good chunky piece of pottery, probably from the 1940s, maybe even earlier, but you can see how good that is. Of course, I believe that's a parrot or maybe a parakeet on there. So just $15 choice. That's going to be your first one. And I thought these both kind of paired well together and looked well color-wise together. So this is going to be your other choice. I'll show you that at $15. This one is stamped Japan here on the back. There, you guys can just barely make out the embossing on the back there. This one is a little smaller. This one has just your normal run-of-the-mill, no run-of-the-mill bird, no chips to the beak. This one measures about 7 inches tall by about 4 inches across. So again, these would be great for a gallery wall. Let me see if I can show you. There we go. Look at the details on that bird. Really, really great. Really, really cute. Again, you know, you guys, if you have those weird places on your wall in between, you know, two doors, it's hard to find things that fit. This would look really great, especially even by the door, by a mirror. Thank you, Ashley. They also look good if you put them together. You could offset them like this on the wall, but two different birds, two different sizes. And I did find them at the same time. So I do wonder if these two, you know, live the life together. But the colors definitely complement one another. Look at that great burgundy and the yummy gold tones, especially heading into this time of the year, into fall. Again, no chips, no cracks. Look at those details of him there on the branch. Just so good. Very, very, very mid-century style. They would look great in that. They would look great if you did like a 1930s style decor. You know, if you had like the arts and crafts style home, these would look great in them, even though they're marked Japan. So we're in at 15 right now. Yes, the second one is smaller, Ashley. This one measures 6 inches tall, 6 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. And this one comes in at 7.5. So let me hold them like this and put them next to each other so you guys can see. That's what I loved about them, because I think they would look good, you know, off-centered with each other, but this one is a little smaller than this one, and I just thought they look really good together too. That's why I brought them as choice. So still looking for 16. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on this. Ashley, you might want to put in a just in case. We do offer that if you're an active bidder. If anyone's interested, please put a bid in. We're going to count them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This one has all gold and burgundy details. This one has the burgundy, cobalt, and green details. Thank you, Deanna. I think they are both beautiful, and I think they would both look good on a wall together. So there's Ashley's just in case. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen, for the bid end. So Ashley, you get first choice at 15. Let's just call it the larger one or the smaller one. We'll just make it easy. Large or small, and you can definitely take both. And since you were the only one, if you take one, we'll bring the other back in the recap. So large or small, and we'll get you going, Bill.
You don't have to get me going, Jason. It's round 3 already.
Oh, is it round 3? Oh my gosh, hang on here. Well, then hang on. Let me wait and see what Ashley says. Hold on. I think we should get us both back up here for this round then. Hold on here. Let me see what Ashley has.
We'll take the smaller one.
Okay, I got you for the smaller one, Ashley. Thank you so much. So, Bill, do you want to explain, in case people just joined us, what we're going to be doing right now?
I will. Pop it up on the screen, and I'll explain.
Hold on here. There we go.
So we're starting a new segment on Mother Tucker's Monday called the Vintage Challenge, the Viewer's Choice. We're going to move that text next time, so it's not stuck behind Mother Tucker's head. But we are going to do a round, or maybe even more than one round each week, of something that one of you in the chat actually chose the week before. So last week, Wanda McKenzie earned the right to choose the category for, or not the category, but choose the choose the
Color.
item for the week. Yeah. So the category we gave her was color, and she chose cobalt blue. So we're going to continue to do this whenever Jason and I are together. It's really fun, and I found it for me personally, it was challenging in the sense that I needed to dig into places in my inventory that I haven't seen in a long time. And I found quite a few cool things. So we're both going to bring a round of cobalt blue if anyone's interested. And as I was thinking about it, Jason, most cobalt blue, I think, is most prevalent in glass. So I definitely had to bring some glass today. So I'm going to start my round out at $28 because I have a gorgeous piece of 1930s cobalt blue glass. This is a Louis Weston water pitcher, and it is so beautiful. I don't even know if you're really seeing the intensity of this color. It's so nice. It's got this great design. This would have come with a set of little juice glasses or water glasses that are all ribbed like the top is. But look at the ribbing on the top. Isn't that so cool? And it has an ice catcher on the top.
Very decorative.
Hi, Werner. Good to see you. And it has an applied crystal handle as well. Even the handle has, so the handle is, the pitcher itself is molded, and then the handle is applied to it. And it has this really pretty detail down here, sort of like a floral detail on it. It's so nice. Let me tell you what the size is. It is 7.5 inches tall and 7 inches across. And it's interesting, Jason, I was thinking about it because without the challenge, I'm not sure this is something I would have thought of because it's been packed away for so long. It was, under 3 different totes that I finally got to it. I found that I had a lot more cobalt than I thought I had as well. But anyway, I'm really happy to show something a little bit different than I hadn't brought before, because I think this old Depression era glassware that's right at the time of deco as well, like right when that whole movement was beginning, is so beautiful and deserves to not have to be in a Rubbermaid container in someone's basement. So gorgeous glass. Thank you, Karen, for your bid. I see your bid. It's in great condition. No condition issues. You do see mold lines because, again, it is molded. But other than that, it's in great condition. So I'm going to count it down. Right now, we'd be looking for 29 or more. Let me see if this helps. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that looks really good, Bill.
Yeah, sometimes this background helps out. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Sorry, Bill. I'm just trying to pull us back up on my phone. It shut down. There we go. All right.
It's all good. It's all good.
I love the clear handle. That's my favorite part, is when they mix the clear with it.
Yeah, it's really good. So there is the bid end. Karen, thank you so much. This is coming to you.
All right. And you're right, Bill. This encouraged me to bring something that was on my shelf. I bought this probably a year and a half, maybe a year and some change for live sales, and never brought it. So mine's going to start at 38. So gang, hear me out on this. I did the best of research I could do on my cobalt piece. So it's this gorgeous cobalt vase, this gorgeous cylinder vase. It is all silver overlay. So first, let's just talk about how great the silver overlay is. I see multiple things on this. I see peacock feathers. I see deco. I see mid-century. Again, it's that yummy cobalt glass that's so dark, it almost looks like it has a purple hue to it.
Yeah.
It has a gorgeous, big, thick band. Look how thick this glass is. And that is all silver overlay, okay? The research I did on this, now, when I bought it, I believed that it was probably Czechoslovakian glass, because Czech glass was very, Czech glass has always been the leader in silver overlay, especially in glass, especially in cobalt glass. This guy measures 12 inches tall. So this would look great in a mid-century decor. It would look great in a deco decor. The original owner, from what I believe, left this sticker on the bottom, okay? So if you guys are seeing that, it says 1980, and the country, or the town on it, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, it's probably Poznana, and it's actually a town in Poland. So that would lead me to believe that it is in the right region, not the Czech. It would be Poland. So I do believe that this is probably Polish glass. When I did my research on this, I did find a couple folks that offered this for sale, and they had it extremely high. So I don't know the glass company. I couldn't find it. There's no manufacturer, but I think at $38, if you guys Google image this and you see the few other ones that are being offered, you'll see that the $38 is well below what everyone else thinks this is worth. So I think it's a gorgeous thick piece of glass. There again, you can see the bottom. It's so cobalt that the light doesn't really shine through it at all. So, and it is nice and large. It measures about 12 inches tall, and I think this would look great in your mid-century decor. I think it would look great in a boho or bohemian decor if that's what you wanted to do. And I also think this would be great in your deco as well. So, but I believe that this is probably manufactured in Poland, probably in the 70s or the very early 80s. So
I think that shape is amazing.
I do
that
too.
Long cylinder shape.
I do too. And I know $38 might seem like a lot, but this is a high quality piece of glass. This is going to look good in lots of decors. If you guys do mid-century, it's going to look good in mid-century. And you can see as I spin it here, there is not a lot of wear to the silver overlay. It almost has like a spider web effect to it. How great would this be if you guys actually use this in like your fall Halloween decor? That kind of looks like spider webs down at the bottom. Yeah. Every time you spin this, I feel like you see something different. So again, look how thick this glass is. That's almost like a half an inch thick piece of glass here with the silver band around the top, minimal wear to it. But if there's no interest in this, that's okay. Again, just $38 on this gorgeous piece of what I believe is Polish glass. Anybody could have put a sticker on the bottom of it, but that sort of feels like somebody brought this home as a souvenir, dated it. I believe in my research, it kind of coincides with what the sticker says, that it's from the Czech, probably more so Poland glass in the silver overlay. But that will bring it back. If anyone wants to think about it, we'll have it back here for the recap. All right, Bill.
And that's why this is a challenge, Jason, because we're bringing things we typically don't bring. But before we go to our next round, we have to announce our next challenge.
Yes.
So, Jason, why don't you get us both back up?
Yep.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. Someone in the chat right now is going to choose the next kind of item that we will be bringing the next time Jason and I sell together. This won't be next week. It actually won't be for a few weeks. But we have a new category tonight. And the new category for the next time we sell together is going to be material. Whoever wins the opportunity to make a selection will tell us what material we need to bring for a round the next time we're together. So here's how it's going to work. I am going to give you all a letter. And if you're interested in helping us select the material for the next viewer's choice round, you can type that letter into the chat. Jason has already selected a number on a piece of paper. We are going to then count down in the chat to that number. And the person who has that number will then in the chat tell us what material we're bringing in 2 or 3 weeks. Hopefully that wasn't so confusing. So if you're interested in participating, step one is you need to put this letter that I'm about to show you into the chat. The letter is K.
It's K, and we ask that everybody just do it one time. Please just, police yourself and just enter it one time if you want to. And we'll count down. Oh, they're coming in like hotcakes now. All right. And then, Bill, you tell them when to stop.
Yeah, I don't know the number, Jason, so I can't really tell them when to stop.
Well, why do you think we got to get that high? Oh, wait.
I don't know. Last week you were like 28.
We'll wait a couple more moments. They're coming in now. Gang, don't hesitate. No pressure. Just put in a letter K if you guys want to, tell us what kind of material for an item we're going to pick. So I'll do
I think we're good. Good.
All right, guys. So Karen, if you could close it out and please say stop for us, and then I'm going to count it down. And the number that I wrote down was number 18. So we have to count down to the 18th person to see who it was. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should I do one more since somebody put an L in, or are we all right with doing this?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. G-Goat. G-Goat is number 18 then. That's who it is.
So G-Goat, let us know what material for an object that we need to bring the next time we're together. Be kind. It is supposed to be a challenge, but you know, I'm not going to be able to find something made out of plutonium, I don't think.
Right. Well, we could pretend it's
Maybe.
uranium if we had to.
Maybe. So yeah, G-Goat, if you could just pop that in the chat, and then we will move on to our next round. So yes. And while we're waiting, actually, I'll just go ahead and announce we're going to do another one at the end of the sale.
Yes.
So after the recap and before the lightning round, we're going to do one more because Jason and I aren't getting together for a few weeks. We're going to do 2 in our next sale. And okay, cotton. That is a good material choice.
All right.
So thank you, G-Goat. We're going to do cotton, and stick around, everyone. We're going to do one more of these selections at the end of the show.
Yes, we are. All right.
So
Bill.
speaking of things made in Czechoslovakia, Jason, I actually have a piece tonight as well. And if anyone is interested in this, because I'm in love with this, it's going to be $22 start bid.
All right.
I have this gorgeous lusterware flower frog in this really sort of pale yellow color, one of the classic colors in Czechoslovakian pottery. And if you've all seen my recent videos, you know my family lives in the Czech Republic right now, so I get a chance to see a bunch of this pottery, and this really beautiful sort of cornflower blue line that's painted around the bottom. It does have a made in Czechoslovakia, and when the Czech Republic was still Czechoslovakia on the bottom stamp. But what's great about this flower frog is that its basin is still present. So yeah, you get the flower frog and the original basin. The basin is just as gorgeous because it's a simple luster in this kind of buttery yellow color with that same blue painted line around the edge. The basin itself is 7 inches from side to side, and you can actually see that luster carnival sort of treatment on the bottom. And this is in great condition. The only thing I would point out, which is a little bit of it is a manufacturing issue, is a little bit of pitting in the pottery right here, but it is glazed over. But this type of ceramic often did get those pits. So Grandma's attic, that's a great question. Flower frogs are actually meant to help florists or people at home arrange flowers. It's sort of a nod to Victorian times when these were first invented. And someone who's arranging an arrangement literally would stick stems right down into the ceramic here. You can see that there's a hole in the bottom. That hole would allow the water that is in the basin of this in the bottom of this basin to actually keep the flowers alive. And I know that I've promised a YouTube flower frog video for quite a while. I will get to it and show you how all the different ones are used. I promise I will get to it, and if this isn't claimed tonight, I'll feature this one in the video about how you would actually go about using that. But that's what this is. It's a really, really nice example of a ceramic pottery-based flower frog in really nice Czech pottery. Because of the war, a lot of this Czechoslovakian pottery didn't survive. So it's nice to find some pieces that are still around. But we'll see.
I never see both pieces, Bill. You always see one or the other. So, all right. Before I bring up my next item, I have one bit of bookkeeping. So, Ashley, I hope you're still here. Ashley, you actually claimed 2 pieces from us last week, and you didn't email us your information, and none of us other buyers have it. So, Ashley Pope, my email's right here below me. So, I need you to email me your information so that I can now invoice you for the wall pocket tonight. So my email is right there. So please just email me your name, your address, and an email so we can get you an invoice, because actually your glass pieces I'm bringing back for quick claim. So Ashley, I need to see you in the chat again, and I need you to email me right here because you did claim 2 pieces, and nope. Okay. Ashley, just email me right there. We'll double check it. Then the wall pocket's yours. And if we do get the email, then I'll pull the 2 glass pieces so they don't come back. So they'll still be yours. So, okay. With all that said, thank you, Ashley, so much. Again, just email me right below at mtuckers@gmail. $15. And I have a gorgeous dog figurine that is made in England. I know a lot of folks in our community love terriers or Scotty dogs. This is a good, higher quality piece of, it's more ceramic. It's more ceramic. It's like a bisque almost. It's like the Beswick, like the Beatrix Potter figurines and stuff. It's the same exact kind of material. So you can see where it says it's embossed England right here on the bottom. And this is a larger figurine. I could not exactly find the manufacturer of it, but this is a nice, high quality. It is like a Westie. You're exactly right. It is more of a Westie, although I thought it still kind of had Scotty Terrier kind of feels, but definitely could be a Westie as well. No chips, no cracks. It is a nice, large-sized dog. Cheryl, thank you so much. It's actually 5.5 inches tall by about 6 inches wide. So it is about 5.5 inches tall. He's about 6 inches wide. So look at those great details. He has these cute little brown eyes. They did give him this cute little pink tongue. And again, like there's no damage at all to the tail region. No other issues. I just love this cute little guy. I thought he would look great with your other figurines. Thank you, Karen. I see you for 18. So we're just looking for 19 or more. Just a cute little guy. And again, I'll show you as close as I can get it. He is embossed England right there on his chest. And there's a little Z. Again, we tried to Google image, tried to do everything that we could do. And we couldn't quite figure out who made it. But, if you guys know your figurines that are made in England, they're always such a great high quality. And this little guy is a cute little nugget. There is some crazing on him, but again, no chips, no cracks. And he's a larger guy. And for some reason, we always hold them up to our heads. And there you go. There's the shot. And just this cute little guy. They even gave him some little wrinkle details there on his snout. They gave him some details there around his eye. So we are just looking for 19 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on the Made in England dog from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 19 or more, or the bid end. And I think it's Holly who's backing up. Okay. And we're just waiting on Holly's bid end. And there are the two just in cases. Thank you so much. Cheryl's in with a just in case of 25, but Karen has a just in case of 28. We're just waiting on that bid end. Gnarly lag here tonight. Did you see it yet, Bill? There it is. All right. So with Cheryl with a just in case of 25, but Karen had a just in case of 28. Karen, congratulations. It's coming to you guys for $26. All right, Bill.
$32, Jason.
Right.
And I actually am just going to stay in my same lane and bring another flower frog. I have this beautiful clear flower frog tonight. And one of the things that's special about this particular flower frog is, well, all of the holes on the outside are meant to have stems in them. You can see that the stems can go all the way through. The one in the middle is larger, and it's meant to house a candle. So it's actually called a flower light, and it's made by Viking because it sets down into this beautiful ruby red, three-legged or three-footed flower light glass bowl. Just so pretty. These come in a wide variety of colors. Viking made a bunch of these. This is the ruby red Viking color. And this is the actual original flower frog that would have come with it. A lot of times you will find these Viking flower lights with a flower frog that has been added to it that isn't necessarily fitting precisely. This one fits exactly the way that it should fit. So as I said, these come in a lot of different colors, and they also come in, and these are the ones I collect, they come in a clear glass line with beautiful silver overlay on them. And maybe I'll bring one to show. I should have brought one tonight just to show you. But there are lots of these, but they aren't the easiest to find. There are probably, I don't know, do you know, Jason, 20 plus colors?
Well, then you got to count the ones with the silver overlay too, because they did both.
Also, so this one is a little bit different too. This has the tree trunk foot. It's just a slight variation. Many of these feet are smooth, but this one has some lines in it, which is the tree trunk. I think it's called the tree trunk, something along those lines. But so pretty. And again, another reason it's called a flower light is if you remove the flower frog, I mean, you can put a candle in the top, but you can also put a candle in the basin. You could also use it as a rose bowl if you wanted to float a flower or a floating candle in it. You could also put your M&Ms in it. So I do not have them all. I think there are 8 different silver overlay patterns, and I think I have 6 of them. There may be more, but I think there are 8. So this is ruby red. It's not orange. Let me get some. That's a good question. Thank you, Karen. It's not the Amberina. This is the true ruby red color. Really hard to find. It's not stained or flashed. It's actual red, ruby red glass. So glass is red through and through. Yeah, the purple one is really pretty too. Yeah, it's a great holiday piece because you can use it at a bunch of different holidays that use red as a main color. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. If anyone else is interested, we're looking for 33 or more. And again, this is a Viking mid-century piece of glass. It is called the Flower Light. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. This is something I could easily get addicted to collecting because I love the silver overlays, but these solid colors are beautiful too. And there are just so many to potentially find.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, thank you for the bid end, Karen. So I saw Dee had a bid of 32, then Beth came in with a 35, Dawn came in with a 38. So Dawn, this beautiful flower frog is yours for $38. Thank you so much.
All right, gang. My next item is going to start at $25, and it's going to be on a fairy lamp. It's made by Westmoreland. This is one of my favorite style of fairy lamps because you can interchange the bases with the tops. If you guys are fortunate, like I have one, wait, let me move this, no, this way. There, you can see I have one coming up with Amy on Wednesday. So these are interchangeable. They did come in a range of bases. This one is in the custard. It is in the custard tan, which I think is great for fall. So again, this time of the year, I think owls, and I think this is a great starter fairy lamp. These go all over in a range of prices, but I was able to find one and be able to start it at $25. So very good condition, no chips, no cracks. I'll show you even, you're going to get the original votive holder. So you're going to get the original votive holder. Again, let me start with the base here. Look at the gorgeous, creamy, custard colored base. And again, they did come in a range of bases. That's the way Westmoreland sold them. I was able to find it in this color pattern and in a white, and then they also came in a clear frosted, but they are interchangeable, no chips, no cracks. So there is the base to the fairy lamp. When it is assembled, it measures 8 inches tall, and at the widest point, it's 5 inches wide. And this time of the year, I always think it's great to start getting your owls out for your fall decor. Again, these are transferred. So that's how Westmoreland did it. They didn't necessarily hand paint a bunch of these. They were all transferred. So there could be, you know, if you see these out and about, there would be damage to them. There are none to this. These are good and crisp. There's that owl. I'm not sure the exact, you know, if one's a barn owl, what the difference is, but there are 3 different owls on each one, on 3 of the panels on this shade. So again, there's no chips, no cracks to the chimney. You can see that it does sit on these pieces right here. There's no chips to that. Again, frosted glass, great for all decor. If you guys wanted to put like one of your little blacklight votive holders in this for Halloween, you could. This definitely would look good in your Halloween decor. Usually owls do. So I'm going to show them to you again. There are no, I just want to double check. I did check this. Yeah, all three of these are different owls. So there are all 3 different owls on the shade. There you go. You can see, I just think this is great for fall, especially if you guys are owl collectors. And $25 for a Westmoreland fairy lamp is a great starter piece. It's a great start price. And again, it comes with the custard base, which is a little harder to find in their bases. They're treating true to color. So let me just sit that back on and I'll show it to you again. And you're getting the original little votive holder too, which is amazing that that's still there. I don't think this was ever used, short of it having a Westmoreland sticker, which no, it does not. I'm trying to see, that one is not stamped Westmoreland, but great fairy lamp, great starter piece, great for your fall decor, just at $25. I want to get that glare off of there so you guys can see that a little bit better. Again, those are transferred on there. And a lot of times when you do find these vases, they are scratched and in really poor condition, but this one's in really good. And this would look good in your mid-century. I think it would definitely fit your mid-century. I know 80s decor is really back, and I think this would fit that really well. So there you can see the underside, no chips there and no chips to the top part. I'm going to put it together one more time, and just to account for the lag, again, just $25 if anybody is interested on the Westmoreland Owl Fairy Lamp with the custard base. Again, you guys can switch those out if you're fortunate enough to find another one. You can put in like I said, I found them with a clear one and a milk glass one. But nobody's interested. That's okay. We'll bring it back during the recap, and we'll get you going, Bill. All right, sir.
This round is also going to be $25 start bid,
Okay.
Gleason. And I brought some kitsch tonight. I brought some DeForest of California. This is one I have not owned myself previously. It's this little blue-eyed lady with her pigtails on either side. She is one of the DeForest condiment jars. I think a lot of you probably recognize that. And she was made in 1957 and has that classic DeForest stamp on the bottom. Jason, have you seen her before? Because she was new to me. I've had ketchup, I've had mustard, I've had relish, I've had jam, but I have never had mayonnaise before.
No, she's a harder one to find, and no, we don't have her in our collection. And I've seen her one other time, and she's really good. And the fact that there's a female condiment, I think, is really, really fun too.
But I love that her name is May and her last name is Onaise.
Yes,
it's like she's the Irish condiment. The only condition issue you should know about her are these tiny little paint fleck chips in the back. It's just in the paint, and they are on the back of the hat. But I think she is so darling. She does not have her original spoon. These all would have initially came with very hard plastic spoons. Many have been lost to time, but she's just so happy. Her face is in such good condition. I see the jam one a lot, and I don't know, the face is always messed up and a little dirty. The paint is so good on this one. And again, her name is May Onaise. I can't get over it. It's so funny. But she's a sweetheart. So again, she's part of a set. If you don't know, DeForest has a bunch of condiment jars, not as many as Holt Howard or some of the other companies, but there are a few. I think there are 10 or 12. This is one of the harder ones to find. So it was so fun to be able to bring it. The interesting thing is, and Jason, correct me if I'm wrong. So Cheryl asked, what are the other ones' names? This is the only one that I've actually seen have a name. The other ones say jam or relish. I haven't seen another one that has a name. Yeah,
the pickle one just says pickle, and then there's a horseradish one.
There's ketchup and mustard.
Right.
But this is the only one that I know of that they cleverly made into a name. But maybe somebody in the chat knows.
No, I don't. I think you're right.
Alicia here, I know Alicia collects these. She might know.
No, it is. It is funny. It is neat too. And I'm trying to think. I know there's a barbecue one. I think they did one for barbecue. I almost recall.
That's my second favorite condiment. All right. Thanks everyone for your interest. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. Trendlin has a high bid at 30 right now. And again, if you aren't active, is there really a planter? No, you're pulling my leg, aren't you? Yeah.
I think
that's awesome though.
No, I mean, DeForest made a whole range of different pieces. I know they did make planters. Yeah.
No, I think Noelle's pulling our legs because a planter named rhododendron. I love that. That's giving me ideas right now.
I do think DeForest made planters though. I think they did.
She's just joking.
That would be neat though.
All right. I promised to count down. So active bidders can use it just in case. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Noelle, I might need to borrow that idea from you. I love that name. Rhododendron. I love it so much. So there is the bid end. Trendlin had a bid of 30, but Susan came in with a just in case of 66. So Susan, my dear, this is yours for $31. Thank you so much.
Bill, you're going too fast for me here. You're going by your phone, which is a quicker lag than what I'm on. Hold. You're calling out stuff, and I feel like I'm 10 years behind you. All right, gang, $15 choice. It's going to be choice on some Carnival Fenton compote. So just $15 if anybody's interested. So the first base colored one I have is, of course, in the amethyst. Very good condition. This one is not stamped Fenton, so it's probably pre. They did a lot of this in the 1960s. That was the era for this Carnival effect that Fenton did a lot of. So it could be a little earlier, but I guess this probably to be maybe 50s, 60s. So this will be your first choice. All of this is in really good condition. A lot of times that does wear over time. And this is in the thicker paneled bottom of the compote, and that'll play a part in the next one I show you. So this is the larger one, just $15. Definitely good if you guys are just getting into collecting glass, good to stack glass. These are great even in little fairy lamps, although this one would be a little difficult because the amethyst is a little, darker. Great color for fall, great color for Halloween. This one measures about 5 inches tall, and at the widest point, it's 6.5 inches across. So again, I love that Carnival effect. You can see the marigold in there, the oil, the luster in there. Gorgeous piece. And just at $15, they don't come around at that price that often. I was able to source this at a price that I could start it so low. So that's your first one in amethyst, and it isn't in the compote. So now I'll show you them at the same time. You can see the base on this one's a little bit different. That's why I was explaining the paneled effect. Shannon, thank you. I see you're 15. Again, heading into fall, I think this would be a great color. This Yummy Emerald, another compote by Fenton. It is in the Carnival effect. I actually had that first one I showed you for about a month or so, found this one, and I thought they looked so good together, especially so you guys could see the difference in the bases. So if you guys are into different, feels or vibes or aesthetics, they're kind of different, but they both kind of look good together, especially if you're going to decorate with them heading into fall. So
that's one of the harder to find base colors, though, Jason.
It is. It is. Well, actually, the both of these are, and this green one is too. You're right. You don't often find that. The only issue with this one is there is a little straw mark right there. You can see. But that is kind of very reminiscent of this style of Fenton glass. This one measures 5.5 inches tall by 5 across. I think it kind of looks like a flower, kind of like a tulip flower from the side. Again, very deco, very 1950s, gorgeous piece. And again, it is the emerald undercolor. This would be great for you guys to put out. You could use this, after Labor Day, heading into Halloween and then heading into Thanksgiving, and then put this one out probably right before Halloween and leave it out through Christmas. I think those colors are real yummy. And there you can get a good glimpse of the marigold kind of color that fades into the amethyst, like the purple color, and then fades into the base color of the compote itself. So thank you, Patricia. I think they are both stunning as well. So kind of this, to me, I feel this is kind of like elevating your glass a little bit when you guys decorate with this Carnival effect. So we're looking for 16 or more. I do. I love the orange effect in both of these too. They both look great. And you could put votives in them and it would uplight. It would uplight more than, light out the sides. So let's count it down. We're looking for 16 or more. Top bidder can take 1 or 2. And we are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So if you had if you had an eye on these and wanted one, please throw in a bid if you want to use it just in case. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, the base color on this is like a gorgeous, yummy emerald green made by Fenton. None of these are stamped Fenton, so they're definitely pre-1971. And Shannon, I see you're just in case. There's Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. So Shannon, let me know if you're interested in the green one or the purple one. We'll just call it purple. Or you could take both for $15 each. So purple or green, and I will watch the chat, and we'll get you going, Bill.
So they would look good stacked for Halloween.
They would. I always think of Noel and the stacking of the glass. All right, got you for purple.
Let me show you all the glass I have stacked up here now because of that.
It looks good. I love it. Thank you,
Shannon. I'm super excited to bring a pottery company that I haven't brought before. Jason, this is going to start at $22 if anyone's interested. So the bottom of this is marked an interesting mark. As you can see, it says Roseville, Ohio. There is a number, a mold number on it, and it says RRP Co. And a lot of people, not a lot, some people confuse this with actual Roseville, the company. Roseville is a town. And this particular pottery company was one of many pottery companies that existed in the town. RRP stands for Robinson Ransbottom Pottery. So it was one of the smaller pottery companies in Roseville, and it wasn't open for a whole heck of a lot of time in comparison to a lot of the other companies. But this is just a beautiful vase that has this amazing bird on the front of it. So good. And interestingly enough, Roseville started out in Roseville, the actual Roseville Pottery Company, but then they moved to Zanesville, Ohio. There are more pieces of non-Roseville pottery that come out of Roseville than there are Roseville pieces. It's just really funny. But I just think this sculpt is gorgeous. It is a raised bird. The bird, to me, has a little bit of a kitsch look to it. I can't lie. Like, if you look at a lot of the Norcrest bluebirds, I kind of see a lot of that same in the head and in the abdomen area. But really, really pretty. Has these nice swooping lines with the darker glaze down in the middle. And it's a good size. And it also has this really interesting sort of off-keel shape to it. The vase is 6 inches tall, and from this point to this point across, it's also 6 inches, which make a lot. I mean, these were smart. This makes a perfect square, and that's one of the reasons why it's really pleasing to our eye. But so pretty if you have some nature mixed in with your pottery at home and you just wanted another piece. Look how that bird goes all the way around the sculpt. Fully glazed bottom, fully glazed on the inside. I do not see any condition issues with it. I, quite frankly, with my bare eyes, cannot even see any crazing. So it looks to be really well taken care of. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of pottery. So thank you, Robert. It is a really great piece. So right now we would be looking for 28 or more. I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown on this really fun. And you know, there are pieces from RRP, but they don't come across. They don't come along every day. So it's fun to have, you know, another piece of another pottery company in your collection. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I've never seen one of these before, Bill.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous, isn't it? I tried to track down if they come in other colors. I wasn't able to identify that. So there is the bid end. So I see Carol's just in case of 32, but you didn't need it. She had the high bid before that at 27. So Glory Girl, congratulations. This is yours for 27. Thank you.
All right. And gang, if you guys are not subscribed to Garden Guy Bill's channel, please make sure you are. The link to his channel is right down below in the description. Please give the video a thumbs up, or the live here tonight a thumbs up, and please consider giving me a subscription here at Mother Tucker's. And again, Karen Gillette, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender tonight. So $10 start. I haven't brought a religious piece in a long time, and I thought it's about time. So I have this gorgeous, it's made of tin. It sort of looks like a button. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but in Victorian times, they would do mourning buttons and things like that, and they were this larger tin. This one I don't believe is. I believe it's probably 1930s. It is a gorgeous picture of Madonna and Child. It is unused in essence that they had an easel. So these always had an easel on the back. This one is not perforated and not used, and it does retain its original string. I've sold these before. This is original to the piece. So Gloria, thank you so much. I see you're 15. There are no dents on this. I'll move it so you can see. Sometimes these were not stored properly and got dents, but this is just gorgeous and in very, very good condition. Again, I love the way it depicts Mary, especially, you know, the years of Catholic school. This one takes on a very realistic, motherly look. A lot of times when you see Mary, it doesn't feel as human as I think this one does. And I think this large tin, almost button style, would look great in any form of decor, especially if you guys collect rosaries. It's 9 inches in diameter, so it's a nice large piece. And when you get it, you can decide if you're going to hang it here, or you can, pop out these perforated easel parts, and then it would stand on its own. So just a gorgeous piece. Again, I believe it's probably 1930s, just in my experience of selling these. I love the fact that they added the gorgeous little roses down on the bottom, and it's a soft, almost litho style piece. It is pressed in part of the tin, so it's not like underneath it with tin on top. I feel like in my experience of selling these, it's actually applied to the tin, so it's part of it. So just a gorgeous overall piece. And again, I don't find this kind of stuff that often, and I was very happy to bring it. Again, use it in all different decors. It's great to have out all year long if you collect religious pieces, or if heading into the month of May, you guys would put this out. So thank you, Gloria. Let's count this down. We're looking for 16 or more on the 9-inch diameter tin. I want to say litho style, but I can't guarantee. But there's like for the way it's transferred to it, I feel like it is in a lithograph style. So, and it is probably 1930. So let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I didn't think to check the rim, which is always a good place to see if there's a company name or an artist name, or they stamp it litho. It just dawned on me, I don't see anything on the side. So just a gorgeous piece. And I see you're just in case. Thank you so much. There's the bid end. So Gloria, you didn't need it. Congratulations. It's yours for $15. It is a very lovely piece, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, Gloria. Thank you so much.
$16, Jason, but I just wanted to say again, thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. We're about halfway through, so we have a lot of great rounds left, but we just really appreciate you for however long you can hang out with us. It's really fun to be here and fun to be involved in the chat. So I'm going to bring a piece of wall art right now. I have a beautiful Cruel, a manageable size. I know the last one I brought was really, really large. This one is nice because it can tuck into place on your wall where you just need a little something. It is 10 inches tall and 8 inches across, and it is framed in a wooden frame with a gold painted border around it. But it's just a lovely little collection of flowers. I'm always drawn to anything that has my favorite flower in the world to grow, the bearded iris. I have a big collection of them in my own garden. So I just love this so much. Let me give you a close-up on the handiwork, because this was done by a talented embroiderer. So pretty. Lots of different shades of green in there. Each of the flowers, it's really well done. These little drop flowers, what's that, Jason?
I was going to say, I love the vibrant colors. A lot of these Cruels can be muted. This is really vibrant.
Yeah. And what I love about it too is even its framing is really well done. You sometimes see them when they're framed off center. If you look at this one, it's like perfectly centered in the frame. The frame is the right size for it. It does have one of those 60s, 70s hangers on the back. Remember these where they just peeled off and you stuck them on? And there are a little bit of tearing on the back, just to know, but it does appear to be original in its frame after it was embroidered. But Cruel is so fun because I think a lot of you know it is actually not embroidery floss, but it's wool yarn. It's thinner wool yarn, which gives us this kind of bolder appearance on top of the linen, which I like so much. I've been doing a few of these lately myself. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. I agree that Cruel is a great thing to do. I think a lot of you heard last time, my niece and I started a couple of projects this summer. We both bought the same sets, and it was a little bit of a competition. She's way better at it than I am. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
But are you going to sell any of them once you're done, Bill?
No, because they're not vintage. I like to sell the vintage ones.
I
might gift them to people that I like.
Okay.
I might have one with a big mermaid on it or something. Who knows?
Oh, okay. All right.
All right,
Okay.
there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Karen Chase had a 42. Gina also had a 42, but Karen came back in with a just in case of 50. So Karen, this beautiful piece is yours for $43. Thank you all for your bids.
All right. So next item, I'm venturing into Bill's territory, and I'm bringing a piece of Weller pottery. So $30 start. It's in very good condition. I'm very happy that I was able to source some pottery and I could bring it to Alive. And I think this gorgeous piece of Weller pottery is a good start price at $30. It is the White Daisy. It is from the 1930s. It is a double-handled pot. Very clean, very good condition. You can see the Weller on the bottom. Again, it's just a gorgeous fall-inspired piece. Like, Bill, maybe you can correct me. I see that flower there. I always think it looks like an acorn. I think it very much looks like an acorn. I think it looks really much like, fall, don't you?
Yeah, it's the next bloom about to open, but I see where you're
Right.
coming from. It definitely does. And I love that Weller always incorporates the mold into their handles.
Yes.
So the handles are always a stem or a branch or something.
What I love is the great speckling detail that they did to the bottom of it. And in my research, each one of them is always just a little bit different. Each one's just a little bit different. Again, it's a great soft, would pair well with your Roseville, would pair great with your other pottery companies. No chips, no cracks. It almost feels as if it just sat in somebody's china cabinet for a very long time. So a lot of times when I find anything remotely close to bring to resell, there's like a gnarly chip here in the top. There is no chip at all, as you can see. Just an overall, and it's like a buttery, soft piece of pottery. I know why Bill enjoys his pottery so much. So this measures about 5.5 inches tall by about 5 inches wide at the widest point. Great for your fall decor. Again, that was the aesthetic that I was trying to go for tonight, that look. You can see the gorgeous detail here on the back, all the way down here to the bottom. It repeats on the front. And Bill, till you just said that, I didn't realize it, but you're right. They do always, bring that in on their handles. So you can see that it is the stem of the flower coming around.
And Jason, we always hesitate to use hard to find or rare things like that. But Weller had a lot of flower patterns, but the White Daisy, interestingly enough, it's a common flower, but it's not common on Weller pieces. So to find a piece of White Daisy is really nice.
No. And you can see that each one of these is hand painted. Each one of these is pretty much one of a kind. Again, just a gorgeous piece of 1930s style pottery. And I really thought at $30, it was a great start price for this. It would be a great starter piece for you guys. And I think what better than one of these larger double-handled vases. So, and again, it measures 5 inches. It measures just about 5.5 inches tall by about 5 inches at the widest point. So,
and if someone was really interested in using this as an actual vase that put arrangements in, this shape, the round shape on the bottom, is perfect to put a glass jar down into so that you don't have to have your water in direct contact with the ceramic. You can just put your flowers. Yes, perfect shape for that.
Yes, no. And again, I don't find a lot of pottery. That's why Bill is the pottery guy. I'm the kitchen glass guy, or not kitchen glass, or glass and kitsch guy. So I was just happy to find some Van Briggle. I was able to get a little bit of Hager and just one piece of Weller. This is the only piece of Weller that I could source. So Karen, thank you. I see you in at 30. Again, when you tap it, there's no hollow sounds. There's no cracks to it. There's no issues. It's very, very clean. Was taken really good care of. I'll show you up close here so you guys can see the great speckling effect to it all the way around. And then we're going to do a countdown. Again, it's 5.5 inches tall by about 5 inches wide. So there's the back, and then we'll get in here close on the front. So you can see the speckling detail right through here. Just gorgeous. And then, of course, there's no chips at all to the flower. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, you're right, Deanna, that the handle is the stem of the flower. Again, the White Daisy. I just always, every time I see this pattern, I always think that is an acorn. right there. Is there any acorns in any of the Roseville patterns, Bill?
Yes, Roseville has a lot of acorns. Weller doesn't.
That's probably what I'm seeing when I see it. So, all right, Karen, it's all yours. Thank you so much. It's yours, Karen, for 30. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. All right, Bill.
Okay, well, I know there are a lot of people interested in Cruel out there, and they're getting really hard to find because they're so popular, especially among the younger generation these days. And as I said earlier, my niece and I were starting to do some this summer, but they're really hard to find. If you go to the craft stores now, most of it is embroidery with embroidery floss, and they're really small kits. So, Jason, I have a round of choice starting at $12 because this summer I was lucky enough to find on eBay a lot of old Cruel kits from the 70s and 80s. And I have 4 of them tonight if anyone is interested. And they are all kits with animals on them because Garden Guy Bill does plants, and I thought I would share the animal one. So if anyone's interested in doing a little Cruel, and this is actual Cruel with wool yarn, not embroidery, and printed linen. So the first one I have is this little group of raccoons hanging out on a stump, smelling the flowers. It's really cute. And these are all big. These are all around 11 or 12 inches. So they're not the tiny ones either. These are ones that would need a big embroidery hoop if you wanted to actually make them or gift them to someone. They're all unopened in their original packaging. A couple of them have had their price tag. I could tell someone at some point cut the price tag off. But other than that, they're in really good condition. They're all animals. So the first one is this group of raccoons hanging out on a stump. Second one is this panda bear chewing on some bamboo. And again, it is Cruel. You can see the yarn in the back. So this is the second one. All the instructions are still on the inside if anyone's interested. Then there's another raccoon one, this cute little mama with her 2 babies. And they're hanging out in this beautiful group of flowers and a little butterfly hanging out there. And then finally, this really cute one, it's called Catnap. It's a little kitten taking a nap on top of a teddy bear. Really fun. So if anyone was wanting to be crafty out there, or if you wanted some nice gifts, I was thinking to send somebody in your life who is crafty. These Cruel kits, the ones with the wool yarn, are so hard to find in the craft stores today. You might find 1 or 2, but they typically are small. Cross stitch and embroidery is much more available. So one last time before I set them aside, Catnap with the kitten on top of the teddy bear, the raccoon family, checking out the butterfly. Isn't that great? And this is a Better Homes and Gardens kit from 1982, I think it is, 1983. So fun. And then there's the panda bear chewing on the bamboo. And then the raccoons hanging around the stump. And again, I'm bringing these because, I don't plan on doing the animal ones. I got a lot of plant ones that I'm excited about, mushrooms and plants and stuff. But if there's no interest, we'll take a look at them later today.
They fit the era so well.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. Ashley has a 12. I'll do a quick countdown. I'll do a quick countdown. So we're looking for 13 or more for choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. So we'll claim them by panda, kitten, and then as I said, there are 2 raccoons. So this one is the raccoon family, and this one is the regular raccoon. So Ashley, you have the high bid at 12. Just let me know which one or ones you would like to claim. Raccoon family, raccoon, which was the first raccoons? This was the first raccoons, I believe. Just let me know if you wanted the stump or the family and you want the kitten. Stump or family, and they're yours. Thank you so much. Okay, so stump and kitten.
Yep. I wish you could just wave a wand and they would be done. Do you know what I mean, Bill? How great would that be?
Agreed.
All right. $20 for my next item. And I got to be honest with you guys. This one I think is rare. I think it's actually off of another piece, but I'll explain what I mean. So this is a Hager deer. And I know it's a Hager deer because this is the sculpt that Hager used. I've never been able to find one this small. I believe that this may have been attached to a planter at one time. So you can kind of see the way the glaze is missing here. So I believe that this may have been part of a planter, but that's long gone. And I think the best part, sorry, Bill, the best part, the figurine is still hanging around. So in this gorgeous chartreuse color, great for fall, just $20. I think he's just a cute little nugget. So if you guys love mid-century pottery, if you guys love Hager, I'm sure you're going to love this. It is not marked Hager, although if you've sold enough Hager, you know it when you feel it and find it. And this is one of their deer sculpts. It's just I've always found it a little larger. So this guy here measures about 5.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. Now, Hager had made a bunch of different television lamps back in the day. And they used to use, they'd partner with other companies, and then they would be attached to like this lacquered piece of wood. And then they would, attach just one of their pottery pieces. And then they would use a fiberglass shade. My suspicion is this guy would have been part of one of those lamps, and the lamp is long gone, but he's still here. So he'd look great in your deer collection. He would look great in your fall decor. The long neck deer, I think, is very mod, very mid-century. There you can see the bottom of it. Very, very reminiscent, because I'm pretty sure that this is Hager. It just isn't stamped, because when the company made it, thank you, Taylor, I see you in a 20, because when the company made it, this would have been meant to be put on a lamp or some other piece. In the past, I've had like maybe the Shawnee skunk that somebody was able to get off of one of the large boomerang planters that they've made, because they were separate pieces of pottery that then were attached with like an adhesive or something like that. So the fact that he's still intact and not damaged, I think, is really, really amazing. So again, let me show you the great mod detail effect of the long neck deer. He is in like a chartreuse lime style green. Again, he's going to look great with your glass. He's going to look great with your swung vases, or just an overall cute little figurine. And with a neck like this, you could definitely put a little bow around it at Christmas time. So you can see there's no chips at all to the top. I think it is too, Steel. I think it's just a really neat, definitely mid-century style color, especially on the pottery. And again, it is super unique. The measurements, one more time on this deer, it's 5.5 inches tall. It's only 5.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches across. So again, I'm pretty confident that this is Hager, and I can verify that it is the Hager sculpt. It's just very hard to find one that is this small. And again, like I said, I think this would have been purposed as probably a television lamp or something like that. So we'll do a countdown. Thank you so much, Taylor. Taylor is in at 20. We're looking for 21 or more. If anybody's interested, please put in a bid. We are doing just in case, but you have to be an active bidder. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 21 or more, or the bid end on the Great Hager mid-century deer. So good. And again, guys, don't forget, I'll be doing my invoicing on Saturday, and Saturday is actually September 2nd. So all my invoices will be going out this Saturday, September 2nd. Taylor, you didn't need it. It's yours for 20. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
Jason, you know what that Hager piece would look really nice with? This Imperial genie bottle.
There's a lot of truth in that, Bill.
Wouldn't they look really good together?
Really good.
So I'm going to offer this at starting at $45 if anyone's interested. This is a gorgeous amber made in Italy Imperial genie bottle in the bubble pattern. And there are a couple things I want to point out about it. The first and most important one is that the bubble pattern on both the vase and the stopper are the same. So many times you see these genie bottles where the stopper does not match the base because they get separated so much. These stoppers, if you just go on eBay and look for the price of one stopper, because so many of us are trying to find a stopper for a particular pattern, it's incredible to find the vase and the stopper together. Now, I wouldn't say it is a condition issue. The only thing to know about is these stoppers have a plastic insert on them, and this one has the beginning of a split in it, which is so typical of these because I have a whole bunch of them myself. So you just have to be a little careful when you take the stopper out. And this is the 18-inch genie bottle. They come in 2 sizes. There's another one that I think is at 22, and those genie bottles are larger because the stopper has about 2 or 3 more inches on it. But if you're someone who loves mid-century, and I wanted to bring some amber glass while it's still August, this is just a really nice piece of glass. And the bubble pattern, there are lots of different patterns. There's a tree trunk, there's the bubble, then there's this one that looks like wood, like planks, a lot of different, the waves is really pretty looking. I have a bunch of them.
I was going to say, how many of them do you have, Bill? How many do you have?
I have 4 amber ones, 3 green ones, one of which you gave me, Jason.
Yep.
And I think I have 3 blue ones. I don't have any of the other colors like the purple or the lavender. They're so hard to find. Yeah, looks just like a bubble, right? So good. And from what I know about these, again, they're marked made in Italy on the bottom. These originally had bubble bath in them.
Yep, powdered soap. Powdered soap.
Going into the store, and just like this was what you bought something out of, like everyday glass. And now, yeah, in antiques, I mean, yeah, people go crazy over these.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is the 18-inch one, just so everyone knows, and the stopper matches the bottom, which is an amazing thing. So I'll go ahead, and it's super clean on the inside too.
It is.
Look at how clean that is. Right now we're looking for, yeah, I'd get 1,500 of them too. Right now we're looking for 48 or more. And if you are an active bidder, you can use a just in case. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yeah, and this is the kind of thing, if you're a reseller, this is something to grab today. If you have a booth, this is a good thing to grab today. So pretty. Okay, so there is the bid end. Let's see what happened. So Michael had a 48. Pammy Whammy had a 50. Michael came in with a just in case of 52. Blythe had a just in case of 55, but Noelle came in with a bid of 56. So Noelle, congratulations. This is yours for $56. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone for your bids.
Oh my gosh, guys. And thank you all for hanging out with us here tonight on a Monday. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Bill's channel, Garden Guy Bill. The link is right down below in the description. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. The subscriptions are getting a little harder to get, guys. So every little bit helps. Thank you guys so much. $28. And this is the time. I've had this piece for a while. And now is the time of the year that I think this is the best time to put these out. So these are kind of epic in my book. I love these pieces of Fenton. This one is in very, very good condition. A lot of times you don't find these with the lids, and most of them you're going to find in the amber color. This one is very 1960s, 1970s, and this is in what Fenton called their colonial blue, also known as their olive green. So it is a covered candy jar. I think it's very regal with all those tips and the hobnail. No chips, no cracks at all. Even has its original lid. This one is marked Fenton on the bottom. So this is probably more of their 1970s. I love that big, huge Fenton font. Let me show you the great yumminess. I mean, I do love me some colonial colors, whether it be their colonial blue, whether it be their amber, whether it be their colonial green. So this can be used as a candy dish. It could be a really, really big fairy light if you wanted to. You can use it for all sorts of different things. It measures 6 inches tall by 6 inches wide. They even went as far, Bill, to stamp the lids on these. Yeah. So it is stamped Fenton as well. A lot of times these got gnarly chips because they always called this chunky glass. Like this is like the Viking and the L.E. Smith, and then Fenton. It was real chunky. You also seem to find these a lot in the milk glass. You don't find them a lot in the gorgeous colonial blue. So a lot of times these being heavier, thicker lids, they were dropped and they would get chipped. What I love is Fenton went the extra mile here. Very regal with this bead eye kind of, top here to the finial. Again, there's no damage at all to that. You can see this gorgeous color. This is going to look so good in your fall decor. It's going to look great all the way through Christmas if you guys do like a non-traditional Christmas green. And again, just $28 on this gorgeous big piece of Fenton. Could be your biscuit jar. It could be your catch-all. You could put a few K-cups in it. You could use it in your coffee bar. You could gift it to somebody at $28. You know, we're not too far from Christmas. We're a couple months away, gang. You guys could put different things in here and then gift it, or use it as a hostess gift. Show up with it. You know, fill this up with some candy and gift it to somebody. And then they, of course, get to keep the gorgeous Fenton candy dish when they're done. So, again, I don't often, I mean, you can find this base a lot of times if you're out shopping, but to actually find the lid and have no damage, I think is getting harder to find. And it is a larger piece. And again, like I said, you can throw fairy lamps in it. You could even get those little string of lights and put in it. And then it's going to just totally make those hobnails flicker. Just a gorgeous piece of glass. And again, I know we were talking about Noel with stacking glass. This would be a great piece to start. Does have like a flowering effect to it with those scalloped tops. Again, it is in the colonial green, which a lot of times you do find these, like I said, milk glass or in the amber. So one more time, it's 6 inches tall, 6 inches wide. You can actually see how the candle flickers in there, how great that would look on your table.
The candle really allows you to see the panel detail on the side, which I always liked about these.
It does. And there are no chips at all to the hobnail. A lot of times these did have a life and get used and bumped. There is no damage at all to it. So I'll just show you one more time. Then we will move on. Just looking for 28 or more. And oh, you can even see the Fenton clear from the top. So good. So, oh, Annie C., thank you so much, Annie. I see your 28. We're looking for 29 or more. And again, I'm just giving this a look over. I can't find any damage on it. No sickness to it, no haze to it. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 29 or more, or the bid end. Let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I had my black light here earlier. I can't find it. I tested everything. Yeah, I tested it earlier and nothing glue. Nothing had a glow to it. So I would show it again, but I misplaced my black light. So I'll try to find it and check again, but I did test everything before we went live and there was no glow. So, all right, Annie C., it's coming to you for 28. And Annie, I don't know if we've ever worked together before. I don't recognize your name, but welcome and thank you for your first purchase from Mother Tuckers. Just email me right here below. And of course, Tina will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't recall having your info. So just email me right there below. I just need your full address and a PayPal email so we can get you invoiced. All right, Annie, congratulations. Thank you. All right, Bill.
So Jason, $18, and I have 2 sets of these. So each set would be $18 if anyone's interested, start price. I have some beautiful mercury glass candles with their intact glass tops on them. They're in really, really good condition. And with the holidays coming up, I just thought it was a good time to bring these out, see if anyone is interested. They all do still have their corks in the bottom. However, the corks have shrunk over time. So if you turn the candles upside down, the corks do move. But they are there nonetheless. And as you can see with a lot of these mercury glass candles, the mercury does tend to wear over time. But what's really spectacular about these, and this may cause someone to change their mind about bidding, just so you know, this is the first time I've ever seen mercury glass candles with a beautiful application on one side. Have you seen candles like this before, Jason?
Never.
They have this gorgeous on one side. So you could display them with the mercury glass plain or with this gorgeous flower pattern on this side. And both sets that I have miraculously have that same pattern on them. I think they're just so amazing. I like to use I have a bunch of these that I use at Christmas time. And while there is a distinctly spring look to this, I think if you pop this in a Christmas arrangement with these colors, it would look just absolutely part of your display. But again, they can be displayed from the other side. So let me tell you how big these are before people really do a lot of bidding. They're the 10-inch ones. So they are a bit bigger than the 8-inch ones I find to be more common. But let me just give you a close-up with some black behind it on these gorgeous applications on them. It's somehow transferred on them. It's a transfer. And again, I have 2 sets. So there's plenty to go around if people are interested. And also on the second set, the glass wicks are still in great condition. The ones I have in my own collection, not a single one of them is in good condition in terms of the wicks. They're all chipped, but these are in good condition. Again, there is a little bit of mercury loss at the bottom, as we would expect. They all do have their corks, but as I said, they're loose, but they're not falling out. They fall up into the candle. They don't fall out of the bottom. So thank you all for your interest. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So right now we would be looking for 36 or more for choice on the sets of mercury glass candles with the applied flowers on them. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Did you just
when I turned these around, I bought them. I didn't know until I got home.
Right.
That they had the applications on them.
Did you just find these?
No, I've had these. These have been in my inventory for a while. But I thought it was getting to that time of the year where you needed to bring things that could stretch for. I mean, these would be great for Thanksgiving too, right? So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. Trendlin, I'm sorry, your just in case came in right after the bid end. So Noelle had a bid of 36. MJ came in with a just in case of 46. Noelle came in with another just in case of 66. So Noelle, at 47, you have first choice. Would you like 1 or 2? And then MJ, you're back up at 46, and Noelle is back up at 36. So Noelle, they're all yours. Thank you so much, and thank you all to all the bidders. Appreciate that.
Those are amazing. I wonder if they're almost one of a kind with a transfer on, like if the person.
Yeah, I don't know. But you can tell they're older transfers. That's the thing.
Right.
The yellow a little bit around the edge. They're really gorgeous.
All right, gang. $20, and I have a 1920s motto for you. Again, I did buy a collection of mottos, so I'm going to have them for a while. And this one, I think, is a really uplifting sort of one. Most of the mottos are. So if you're not familiar with mottos, they were prior to Hallmark and prior to gift cards, and it was very routine that in the early 1900s, more so the 1920s into the 30s, that you would gift somebody a motto. So that's what you would give them instead of a greeting card. So this one is called The Day is Done. You can see, first of all, let me show you the great color to it. This one is signed, so it is by a company down there at the bottom, as you guys can see. And it also does have a author. So it is this Douglas, I guess you'd pronounce that Mallark, I guess. So, but a lot of times these had, of course, authors or poets who would write things, and then they got credit for it, and the motto company used it. So first of all, let's start with the great details on this frame. So just $20, even this frame alone, with that great antiquing effect to it. It has that great texture to it, almost like a tiger wood, like a painted tiger wood almost, and it's in really, really good condition. This one is a large motto. It measures 13.5 by 9.5. So let me show you the great, I got a gnarly glare on it. There you go. You can see the great details. Look, even like the sun, you have the field, you have almost like a path coming out, and it's just as the day. It is called The Day is Done. So I will read it for you, but just look at those great, like 1920, almost Deco Nouveau kind of colors on there. The back is a little weathered, as you can see, but there's a little weathering to it. But then most of these that's the original paper from when it was framed back in the 1920s. So this one, again, measures 13.5 by 9.5, and what it says on here, I think, is really uplifting. Oh, and it has like a gold gilding to it, which the light isn't doing it justice. There's like a gold gilding to some of the font on it. It says, "Tonight the sun goes down, the day is done. Put down the load, whatever load you bore, and come underbound to your waiting door. When sinks the sun, tonight the sun goes down, and let it take upon its journey all the daily cares. The irritation of life's small affairs, the little ache, tonight the sun goes down, tomorrow morn, refreshed, restored, gain will arise, and all find the clouds have drifted from the skies. The day is reborn." So
that is a great motto. Holy cow.
I feel like this is a dying collectible, but these mottos do really speak to a time. They are worth having, they're worth hanging, and they're worth reading. And again, a lot of times, sorry, Noelle, I didn't see your 20. Thank you. A lot of times these are always to my mother, to my sister. It's hard to find the ones that have one of these poetic mottos on, and especially in good condition without major staining or water issues. There's no staining to this at all. I'm just going to show you guys up close all the great details. Look at the deco style flowers on there. It has this gorgeous garland. It's basically a scene in the background is basically what it is. And then it has all this majestic style with the sun or even the moon, the rays of the moon, because you would probably put this outside your bedroom, and you could read this as you were heading in to drift off to bed. It was just a whole different time. And again, it was it was in fashion to gift these mottos instead of, because there were no greeting cards. There were postcards. Folks sent postcards to each other, but it's from these mottos that we now today have modern greeting cards. So if somebody bought a home, this is what you gave them. If somebody graduated from school, you gave them a graduation one. If it was a birthday, you gave them one of them. So Trendolin's in at 25. Measurements again, 13.5 by 9.5. Let's go ahead and count this down. I don't have many left. All the ones that said mother or father went to the store. So I don't have many of these mother, father ones left. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Sorry for the glare, guys. There is no fading to this. The color is good and rich, especially back then to have these oranges and these other colors. You didn't see it all that often. It does have some gold gilding as well. So thank you guys so much for your interest. There's the bid end. Trendolin had a just in case of 45, but Noelle came in with a just in case of 66. So congratulations, Noelle. It's coming to you for $46. These are getting so hard to find. Thank you guys for being so interested. All right, Bill.
Jason, it's also, a lot of people, that particular motto is so it's like uplifting because life is hard. And then the next you have a new, like we listen to music now, when we're falling asleep. But I'm trying to remember a time, like think about a time 100 years ago where I wouldn't have had music to listen to. That's probably what I would have had. Exactly.
It's the only way you could have disconnected from the day and tried to be positive to let all the woes go and start on a new foot the next day.
Yeah, I love it. When you read it, I loved it even more.
Thank you.
So I'm bringing some Rusty and Crusty tonight. If anyone's interested, Jason, it's going to start at $22. Okay. I have an obsession with old tin watering cans, as you might expect. Believe it or not, I already have this one. And this one is in better condition than the one I have. It is this gorgeous turquoise aqua blue with these pansies all over it and all the signs of life and wear that we would hope to see from a well-loved piece of garden art, really, because that's what this is. The one side definitely has much more wear on it than the side that I've been displaying, but it's really gorgeous. And even with the rust that's on it, it's all surface damage. It is not structural at all. This thing is a solid USA piece of metal. It's really, really gorgeous.
Union tin, baby. That's Union tin right there, all the way.
Yeah. And I am happy to report, not that anyone's going to do this, but I do, it is still watertight. So every piece, including the weld that brings the spout down onto the main piece, still holds water. So really, really fun to find these. This is a color that these, for me at least, in my collection, this blue and yellow are the most common colors that these cans, from the 30s and 40s come in. But so pretty, is marked made in USA, but no indication of the manufacturer. And it's pretty big. It's a full 12 inches from this side all the way to the end of this spout. And it's 7 inches from bottom to top of the handle. Really, really pretty. I love the weathering too.
I was just gonna say, you know what I love about these? Poor Bill's like, what, Jason? They don't dribble because of the way the watering part, the way the spout goes up. They don't dribble like some of the modern day ones where you're like walking around to water and they're dribbling down the tip.
You know, a lot of people ask me, again, another subject for a YouTube video I make at some point, why so many of the older planters don't have drainage in them. And this actually points to one of the reasons. People knew how to take care of their plants. They knew how much water every plant needed. Today, we've sort of lost, many people have lost touch with that. But it's this kind of spout that allows someone to deliver the water exactly where it needs to be,
Right.
in the amount that need to be there. We're not taking like a water pitcher or a glass that we drink out of, filling it up at the sink and taking over to the plants. That's what we do today. But anyway, so pretty, so fun. A lot of smart engineering here. But really, we love these for their beauty, their age, their history. They've had a life. Thank you all for your bids. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, Karen, I think the color is amazing too.
Yeah, you can't recreate this patina. You just can't.
Yeah, isn't it nice? So there is the bid end. I was just wondering if our chat had frozen again. So thank you so much. Trendolyn, this is yours for $30. It's really lovely. Thank you.
All right, guys. And thank you, Karen Gillette. Please make sure you're following Karen's husband, Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. If you're not, maybe Karen can drop that link in the chat and you guys give him a follow. It's a really, really good channel and it's a good way to support the Gillettes who do so much for this community. Thank you so much, Karen, for helping us tonight. So $18, and I got a gorgeous piece of glass that the pattern is from LG Wright, okay? Now, this is a later version. I'm not sure who got the mold and made it. I could speculate, but this was a very popular mold, believe it or not. And then in the early part of the 1900s, when this early American pressed glass was made, to have an iron like this turned into a trinket box was such a novel thing to have done. So their big thing back then was to make an iron trinket box, or they were famous for making the canoes and all things like that. So just $18. These go for a lot more because usually when you find them, they're damaged. There's no damage to this one at all. This is a trinket box, so I'll show it to you like this, and then we'll get into the details of it. This also used to be used for butter dishes. Some folks would use this to put their butter in. It was a utilitarian dish. So it was used in the kitchen. It also was used for jewelry. It was used for trinkets, and it's literally called their sat iron or their flat iron, okay? And you can see it has this really neat handle on it, which does serve a purpose. It is in this gorgeous honey amber. No chips, no cracks. The lid does come off. And then you have a gorgeous trinket box in the shape of an iron. Very, very old world. Would look good in any kind of decor. I think it's just a great little piece. There's no chips. A lot of times this fringe part on the bottom or even the feet would get chipped. Around here, especially in my area of Pennsylvania, this is really collectible. These trinket dishes, especially seeing that it depicts an iron. How great would this look if you kept this in your laundry room and this would be your little catch-all for little pins or things? What were you going to say, Bill?
Jason, I think how historically interesting is it that this item that may have been, given as a gift to someone, yes, is gifted to a homemaker to remind her to keep her jewelry in, so that every time she puts jewelry on, she's reminded of the housework that needs to be done. I just think it's so historically interesting.
And it does have this diamond effect, which, of course, when LG Wright made it, they were making it all in clear. So they were doing this in the pattern to when light would catch it, would give it an effect. Then in the later decades, they would bring back these molds and then use the colored glass of the day. So thank you, Teresa. I see you in at 19. So what you have here is a great LG Wright mold, probably made by another manufacturer in the 1960s, in the gorgeous famous popular colors of the day, which is this honey amber. Thank you so much, Steele. And it just looks so good for fall. It actually would be great. I know you guys, here we go again. Some of these small little candles, they do almost fit in there. Like if you have if you have one that has a smaller wick, it will fit in there if that's what you want to do. What I love is they become jewelry caskets. So you can see what you have in it from the side. Again, they were used as trinket boxes. They were used as butter dishes. That's why they have the utilitarian handle on it so that you could bring it to the table, take the lid off, and go ahead and use, I'm sure you could have stored cheese in it. You could have stored anything in it. And today, I think it just makes a great, my gosh, If you know somebody that could put this on their desk, this would be great to hold all sorts of desk, things. You could put your Post-it notes in there. You could put your paper clips. You could even use it in a bathroom to hold your Q-tips. Or, like I said, I could envision like Enamour Amy. She has her laundry room decorated. How great would this look in your laundry room? You could put maybe your little Tide pen in there that you use to get stains out. You could put little safety pins in there, all sorts of different things. Before I get away again, the measurements. It is 8 inches wide. Oh, you could put a slice of cake. I want my cake a little bigger, Noelle, but I'm with you. You could put cake in that. Me and Bill are like, you got it. We need to have one about that big for our size of cake. It's 8 inches wide, and at the highest point right here, it's 4 inches tall. So again, no chips, no cracks. If there's anything, there's just a little bit of roughness where the mold is. Maybe a little, what is it? The salt, not salt. If it would be like a little line in it, maybe oh goodness, what do they call it? Straw mark. Maybe a little straw mark in it, but other than that, in very good condition. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 21 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And hopefully you guys were getting my feel and aesthetic for the night. I was trying to, Labor Day's next weekend, start getting these warm colors, these earth tones, get ready to start decorating for Halloween and fall and get that cool, crisp air in our lungs. So there's our bid end. All right, Steele, it's all yours for 20. Thank you so much, guys. All righty, Bill.
I agree, Karen. I like ironing, but I think that's only because I only do it a few times a year. I think if I had to do it more, I wouldn't like it, but I do think it's kind of meditative. All right, so this is our last round before our recap, which will then follow with our next viewer's choice round, and then our 3 quick lightning rounds. So this is our last round, and I have another planter piece of pottery. Jason brought some Royal Hager earlier. I have some Royal Copley. Jason, this is going to start at $16 if anyone's interested. It is this beautiful, wow, you can really tell Royal Copley has a good glaze on it because look at that glare. It's this beautiful brown to sort of yellow, almost green ombre planter. Classic Royal Copley design that has this sort of swooping line up here and a really interesting front side with this sort of wave or swirl effect on it. Isn't that great?
This is so good.
I love it because you have options, but this is really good. And this area here is recessed. As you can see on the inside, it's recessed. It's in great condition. No chips or cracks, no crazing. Has an unglazed bottom feet. So if water gets under it, it can run into the glazed areas. Just a really beautiful piece of pottery. Yeah, this is not a common run from Royal Copley. Most of the planters that look like this shape have either koi fish on them or they have a leaf design on them. This wave pattern is not, it's not as common, but it is beautiful. Or they have the ivy. The ivy is also really popular. So the size of this planter, again, it's a square. It's 7 by 7. And it does have an oval shape overall to it. And it's smaller on the top than it is on the bottom. So there's a bit of a sort of, I don't know what that's called, a bit of a angle.
Like an arc to it. I mean, I could see this in a Hawaiian tiki kind of mid-century kind of luau-y feel.
Yeah, I think we said this last time. I brought a Royal Copley planter that had this shape. That this is modern. This is something that looks like it could pair with what you got at Target, or it could go back to deco. And everywhere in between, it could go to your tiki bar, it could go to your boho, right? I mean, it's just so mixed bittersweet with it. That's a great idea, actually.
Oh yeah,
that would be gorgeous. So this is our last round. So I am going to move it along quickly. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of pottery that can be used for lots of different things, dry arrangements, even because of the color scheme. I just thought it looked very autumnal time of the year to bring it. So KB is in at 16. Thank you so much. I'm going to start that countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Bill, I don't know where you find all these planters, but you find them.
They find me, Jason. They find me.
You know people. You know people who know people that get you all the planters.
Maybe. All right, KB, thank you for your just in case, but you didn't need it. That's yours for $16. Congratulations.
All right, guys, I got to tell you, when I found this, I kind of squealed. I'm super excited to be able to offer this. It's just going to be $20, okay? I found that I was able to buy some of these flower frogs, but the fact that I found one with an owl on it, I think is really unique. And then you add the fact that the base is pink. This is in really good condition, and I'm just starting it at $20. It is marked on the bottom by a company that I had never heard before. So it is made in Japan. It's made by a company called Yankoware. Yankoware, no joke. It's right there on the bottom. I've never heard of that company. Did some research. Believe it or not, they made a ton of these figural flower frogs. And this one, I think, not only is a great little flower frog, but it's also just a great figural piece. No chips at all up here to the ears or the horns on it. And what I love is, and Bill, I think you'll agree, is that it has the different size holes in it, which is really good for these flower frogs. And these are good that you get yourself a nice, clear bowl. You can put that in, another planter to put it in. Again, just $20, and it measures. It's a nice big size one. It measures 6.5 inches tall by 4.5 across. So again, I keep saying Magelica style. That's this flowy, different colored style, the way they painted it. You can see that it has these great like mod style flowered eyes. It's like he's looking into your soul. Burgundy, he's brown. He has this butter yellow breast on him. They even gave him a leaf down there. And then the fact that that's all in that yummy pink, in really good condition, no chips, no cracks, maybe just a little bit of crazing. I think he'd be great for your fall decor. If you guys collect flower frogs, you don't really find them with the owls that often. He's just
I don't think
really
I've ever
neat.
seen one with an owl.
I didn't either. And then I started to do some research, and I did find one or two, but you don't see them that often. So, and it has 5 holes, like I mentioned, but I thought he would be great if you guys were into owls, especially this time of the year with fall coming up and Halloween. Again, no chips, no cracks. The fact that he is an owl flower frog is just amazing. There you can see it is stamped on the bottom by the manufacturer. So I'm just looking for $20 if anybody's interested. Again, it is in the Magelica style. I'm just amazed that he doesn't have, I would expect there to be major chips up here on his horns or his ears, but there are none. So just let me give another moment here so you guys can see. Again, if you guys collect flower frogs or owls, I don't think you're going to see this one all that often. So he's just really, really unique. Just $20, and he is pottery. He is a pottery piece. He's not ceramic. He is a piece of pottery that is fired. Maybe it is kind of a ceramic. It feels almost like a Hager piece of pottery, almost. That's the way he kind of feels. So just $20, but if there's no interest, that's all right. He'll come back in a couple moments for the recap. Again, it would be a good starter piece for if you're into flower frogs, and if you had some of the ones with birds, I think he would look good with it as well. So, all right, Bill, I think it's recap time, my friend. Let me clear that out. And
so this is the time in our show where we're going to show you anything that wasn't claimed earlier. Maybe you weren't here. Maybe you needed some time to think about it. Maybe you'll see it in a new light now. We're going to quickly show you the item, briefly describe it. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Tell you what the start price is. And if you are interested, all you need to do is type your bid down into the chat. If you are the only bid, then you will claim the item. If another bid comes in a reasonable amount of time, we will start a countdown. And if there is the need for a countdown during the recap, Karen Gillette will remain our bid ender. Thank you, Karen. And it's pretty much that easy. It is helpful during the recap if when you put a bid in, you also put a 1 or 2 word description of the item you're bidding on. Because we move quickly, sometimes there are multiple items that people are interested in at the same time. So I'll go ahead and start. I had a few things, Jason. I had for choice, ooh, look at us.
Hang on here. I have to switch this around there.
I had for choice at $14. These framed pages from a children's book. with these pixies. So the first one is this 14 by 7-inch frame with a pixie walking with a little ladybug pulling a cart through the grass. And on the bottom is a pixie nursery with all these little fun things as furniture. So $14 if anyone's interested in the pixie frame with the cart. I had a second one where a pixie's hanging out on a mushroom up here in the grass, and then another pixie riding not a caterpillar but a grasshopper. So if you're interested in either of those, they were $14. Speaking of flower frogs, for $22 I had this gorgeous Czechoslovakian it's iridescent butter yellow flower frog with the frog itself and the basin, which is 7 inches from side to side. So $22 if anyone's interested in that flower frog from Czechoslovakia. And then the last thing that I had two of these unclaimed crewel kits, $12. I had the raccoon family, and again, they are crewel, not embroidery, and they are from the 70s and 80s. They all have a bit of a different date. So the raccoon with the family or the panda bear eating the bamboo. And that's all I had, Jason. How about you?
All right, hang on, Bill. Here we go. I had, from my first choice round, I had for $10, if anybody's interested, I had the amber Imperial glass. It's also known, it has sawtooth on it, and it also has the, where are my notes? The Hobstar. It's getting a little late for me. It has the Hobstar effect and the sawtooth. $10 if anybody's interested in the Imperial glass toothpick holder or match holders. Some of these larger ones were old molds that were for matches. Just put in $10 toothpick holder. So $10 toothpick holder. Then I had, let me check my notes here. Then I had $25. I had my Westmoreland Owl Fairy Light, if anybody's interested, in very good condition, $25. It does have the original votive holder to it, which is amazing. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but the fact that that's still there is kind of amazing. The base on this is in the gorgeous custard tan, like this yummy tan, like almost like flesh tone color. No chips on the base. And then here is your shade. So again, I think of owls this time of the year. So if anybody's interested, just put in fairy lamp. It's just $25. It's a great starter. It's a great starter one to start your collection. It's even a great one to use with Halloween coming up. So fairy light, $25. Then let me double check my notes here. Then I had the one wall pocket. So, and I don't know if the chat froze, if somebody could just put test in there.
No, it's good.
Okay. So I had the parrot wall pocket made in Japan. This was the larger one that was left. This was $15 if there's any interested. Okay. $15 if anybody's interested. I keep saying Majelica style. It's kind of the flowy way it's painted. Made in Japan. This one measures 7.5 inches tall. Trendolin, I got you for the wall pocket. Thank you so much. And yep, thank you so much. Let me write that down. I thought he was super neat. So thank you so much, Trendolin. He's yours for $15. And then make sure I didn't miss anything. Hold on here, guys. Oh, I had the other compote. So if anybody's interested, the amethyst one sold. This one is in the yummy emerald green. I think this is such a great, and even holding it up now, how great would this be? I know it's a long way away, but this would be great for St. Patrick's Day decor. But just a gorgeous piece of Fenton glass. It's Fenton compote. It's before they started stamping them. No major issues. You can see that the carnival effect is really good. This one was just $15. So if you're interested, please just put Fenton, $15 in the chat. Oh, and the measurement on this is 5.5 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide. So it's pretty squared off, would sit really good, great for your Christmas. So just put Fenton 15 if anybody's interested. Our cobalt pieces, Bill sold. I still have mine, and it's funny you said that because that's the next item I'm going to show. Mine was a little bit on the more expensive side. This is Polish glass, what I believe to be Polish glass. It is silver overlay. If you guys love things that are bohemian looking, if you love things that are deco looking or even mod looking, I think this would be a great piece. $38 on this big, huge, it's thick. It's thick. Look, you can even see as I turn it, you can see the purpling in the heavy cobalt to it. Look how thick this glass is. This is like the grandparents to the swung vases almost. And it's very mod the way the cylinder is. $38. It's 12 inches tall. It's 12 inches tall. And I did some research on these, and people were asking ridiculous prices. I could not find the manufacturer, but we are pretty sure that it is Polish glass. All right, Shannon, thank you so much. It's yours for 38. Sorry, I just saw that pop up. So Shannon, that's coming to you. Oh, you're going to enjoy this. That is a great piece. Thank you so much. That's
gorgeous. That's probably the piece of the night, I think.
If it fit our decor. No, I don't know if it's from Germany. I think it's from that Czechoslovakian Polish area. That because they did a lot of silver overlay. But again, it's somewhere foreign glass. It's not American glass. And then I just showed, and I want to give you your spotlight again, buddy, because you don't see these a lot. It's an owl flower frog. It is made by Yanko. Funny name, I know, but it's made by Yanko in Japan. $20 if anybody's interested on him. Again, he measures just about 6.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. See above, I think. What did I miss, Bill, in the chat? Did I miss anything?
Leslie found it online listed as Germany. So
okay.
All three of those countries touch one another.
They
so
are.
it's
they
from
are.
that
You're
area.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Nonetheless, I think it's really a neat piece. And if anybody, especially Shannon who purchased it, if you find out anything, email me, because I couldn't find any more info. And I've had that for over 1.5 years. Glowy girl, it's yours. Thank you so much. I'm happy this guy's finding a home. Let me write that down. And while I do that, Bill, do you want to explain to people about the next round for?
Yeah, well, first, what I'm going to say is, Holly, I also noticed the emoji, the new emojis tonight. So I appreciate that. And again, we appreciate you. I've seen you drop in the links all night long. That is amazing. Thank you for your help. So we are going to do one more round of viewers' choice at our next sale. Earlier tonight, if you weren't with us, G Goat told us that we need to bring some cotton to our next sale. So Jason and I are going to do a round of cotton, whatever that's going to be, at our next sale. We're going to do one more. And this time we are going to do a viewer's choice. And some viewer is going to be selected to tell us a manufacturer that we will bring. So we're starting to really get the challenge, because this could be scary. So just like we did before, I am going to show you a Scrabble tile with a letter. If you want to contribute to this and possibly choose which manufacturer we will bring to a round during our next sale, what you will do is type this letter into the chat. Jason has a piece of paper with a number on it, and the number on the back of that piece of paper will be the person who actually gets to select the manufacturer that Jason and I will bring for a round the next time we are together. So get your fingers ready, everyone, because the Scrabble tile says that the letter is the letter G. Type in the letter G for your chance to select to be the next viewer's choice.
And again, we ask that you do it one time just to keep it fair, but we're going with a gentleman's agreement here. So we're going to need a few, because this number is up there. So gang, please, if you're interested, just put in a G. We'd like all 117 of you to participate if you could.
Did you choose 117 as the number, Jason?
We might be here for a while, Bill. We might be here for a little bit. So
what's wrong with the number 5?
But it's too easy then. No, I want to go down a little bit.
But here's the problem. The excited people are the first ones to put it in, and they can't do it again.
Oh, the last ones are just as excited as the first ones. So
the last ones are the smart ones. They're like, I'm going to wait because we know Jason's going to pick up my number. All right. So let's go ahead and stop. Happy old soul. You can put a G in there. We saw you with the H. It's all good.
So this was my second number I picked for tonight. It's going to be viewer 28. So viewer 28. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, what do we do if we just get to
told you.
23?
I told you. Well, I would say 23 gets it.
Okay, then 23. Then it's
28.
Okay. All right. Works for me. Gosh, 100 and some of you. Nobody put any more in. Oh my gosh.
People are eating. People are watching other things at the same time. Someone's in the bathroom. Come on.
All right.
That.
Then 23. So it's Happy Old Soul. Happy Old Soul gets to decide what we're.
So Happy Old Soul, what manufacturer do Jason and I need to bring to the next sale? And just be kind to us.
I know, Karen. Karen's like, Jason, some people are shy. I know. But I'm being like the mean teacher that's like, gang, I want participation. Come on, guys, let's participate.
Oh, I've been a teacher for over 20 years, Jason. Participation is a thing of the past. Believe me.
I hear you.
All right, Happy Old Soul. Any manufacturer of your selection, and that is what we'll bring next time. And actually, we're going to watch the chat because we do have a little bit of a lag because we want to get to our lightning round. So We'll stop when we see it come in and acknowledge it. But let's do the lightning. Oh yeah, K&G. I did that on purpose, Karen. So the lightning round. Here's how it's going to work. We are going to show you an item. We're not going to tell you what the price is, though. We're going to describe the item. And once we have described the item to our comfort and told you anything that you need to know about it, we're going to tell you what the price is. And just like we just did with the letters, after we tell you what the price is, you're not going to type the price in if you're interested in the item. You are going to type in the letter that Jason or I tell you. So we have a vote for McCoy. Hopefully Happy Old Soul is still here and can think of a good manufacturer. They're begging us to choose someone else. So I say that Teresa is the winner. Teresa put in a manufacturer. So Teresa, we will go with McCoy. You were the first one in there. And thank goodness, Jason, because look what Susan just put in there. We talked about this beforehand.
Oh, that's what I was afraid. Hold Howard. I was afraid, Susan. I was
Maybe
afraid
next time. We'll do manufacturer again. But we will bring McCoy. And that was from Teresa Henderson. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do my first lightning round item. No, Van Briggle is not. Oh, Fisher Price. You guys have good ideas. This is why we need to do this, Jason.
Right. Oh, the Van. Oh, I could do the Van Briggle for days.
Viking. Those are all good good.
Yes.
Choice. Okay. So my first item in the lightning round is going to be this beautiful covered butter dish with the butterfly handle. This is a Circleware product, and it is in great condition. It's got these beautiful little facets in it, and it's for the square butter or shorter butter pats that are shorter butter sticks than the long ones we have. If you have the quarter length butter sticks, they fit in this. But it's just a really pretty crystal butter dish. But I brought it really because I know people like butterflies, and the butterflies on the top. It's 4 inches from bottom to top, and it's 7 inches across. So if anyone is interested, Fabergé, I might have trouble with that one, Jason.
Yeah, I was trying to pretend I didn't see that from Noelle. Noelle, that's a high bar.
This is giving me a lot. We should do more of these. I like this. All right. So if anyone is interested in this butter dish, 4 inches by 7 inches, it is $10. And the first person who types in the letter R can claim it if there's any interest. Letter R for this beautiful clear glass butter dish with the butterfly handle. And I'll just watch, Jason.
KB,
it's yours. Thank you so much.
All right, my first lightning round. They're similar, but they're similar, but they're different. They're each one of a kind. So look at these little scenes in here, Bill. Have you ever seen these before?
I have. They're gorgeous. Yeah,
they're pottery. So there's these little pottery sceneries. It's actually called Bankoware. It's Bankoware, and they're made in Japan, and it's actually made of a clay pottery. So they have these similar scenes. So you see there's like the little hut in there. Look at how the light's catching the little hut in there. Then it has the trees and all the wilderness. Same scene, but each one is just subtly different. So they're these little vases. They're these little vases with those scenes on them if it wants to focus. So, and then there's like this faux like crazing to them. They each measure just about 2 3/4 inches tall. So they're just shy of 3 inches. So they're going to be $10 each. And let me show you where they're stamped Japan. They're made in Japan on the bottom. You can see they're made of that clay pottery. So they're going to be $10 choice. I'd never seen these before. I'm not even sure how old they are, but seeing that they're made in Japan, I think that speaks to the age. So you can take 1 or 2 of them, $10 each. The first person who puts in the letter J, no damage, really unique, great. I think I thought that these were like, handmade, turn of the century, but they're made in Japan. And there's like this jade sea green, like blue patina to them. So they'd be $10 each. If anybody's interested, just put in the letter J and we'll keep it moving. All right, Bill.
Happy old soul. I'm sorry about that. We need to get better at explaining the instructions. Next time we will. I honestly couldn't even think of a manufacturer of cotton. So I'm sorry if we hurt your brain tonight. That's not what we were trying to do.
Got you.
We'll do a better job explaining next time. So Jason, I have a choice. Let me show you what I have. I have 4 of these. If anyone's interested, I have these beautiful beaded sprays of flowers. I think at one point they may have been pins, but there are no pins on the back of them. They're each about 4 to 4.5 inches long. So the first choice is the gold set of flowers. There are 3 flowers on this spray. The second set, again, my favorite because they're bearded irises, are these beautiful lilac colored bearded irises. Just to give you a sense of how big they are, if you were to wear them, that's how big they are. So this is the second one. The third one is a 2-flower orange combination of flowers. And then the fourth one are a bunch of blue flowers with some white flowers on the top of it. So you would have choice of 1 or more of these, and they will be $7 for choice. So the gold, the purple, the orange, or the blue. And if anyone is interested, it would be the first person to type the letter H. If anyone's interested, the letter H, the first person can claim 1 or more, and then we'll go down the list if anyone else is interested. So Karen, I see you first, and then I'll just go down the list. So Karen, you could just let me know if you wanted gold, purple, orange and yellow. Okay, so orange and gold, great. So then Noelle, I saw you next. Is that correct? Noelle, you can let me know if you would like the blue or the purple. They're both remaining. And again, obviously, if you don't, then Trendolyn is next. And we'll just keep going down the list. So Noelle is next, and Noelle will take the other 2. Thank you all. Thank you all for your claims.
All right. I know how you guys love your minis. So you're going to get this whole entire lot, and it's only going to be $15. So I'll show it to you really quick. These are all made in occupied Japan. They're little tea sets, and one is a little coffee set, I think. So you're going to get all of this. This is all coming together. So you're getting this little vase. It is crudely stamped occupied Japan. Then you're getting the first little set here. I'll do my best to show it. It is this little tea set right here with the little dainty tiny cups. I'm amazed that it's all together. It has flower details on it. Let me show you here as it spills all over the place because these little guys are tiny. So they're all under an inch. So you're getting a tiny little teacup with the little plate right here, with the plate. And then I'd never seen these small little cups. Like usually they're little coffee cups. You're getting a small little cup. So you're going to get all of this, gang. So there's 2 little cups with that first set in the underplate, all occupied Japan. So in really good condition. And then you're going to get the little tea set or the little coffee set. So you're going to get the coffee pot, the little 2 coffee cups, and the creamer and the sugar. So you guys can see it has the same repeating flower on it. You're going to get it all for $15. So I'll sit it back in here. If anyone's interested in it, it would be the letter A. The letter A, you're going to get the whole little teeny tiny set. And it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. 11 pieces for $15. Put in the letter A as in apple if anybody's interested. And this is part of it too. All under 2 inches. So if you guys love your minis, if you guys want to use them for something else, I think they'd be great. All right, Bill.
Need one of those little typesetters trays to display them all in. Okay, my last lightning piece is this gorgeous piece of emerald green Viking. Actually, no, it's not the emerald green. It's the green Viking. This is a candy dish. It would have a lid on it. That lid has been lost to time, so it is just the dish. That's why I'm bringing it for a quick claim round. And there is an inclusion in it right there, a bubble right in one of the petals. Other than that, it is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous green for all the holidays that we do green in. It is an open candy dish now because it doesn't have the lid, and it is the Viking Epic 6-petal dish. If anyone is interested in claiming this 5.5-inch dish, it will be $12. And if anyone's interested, it would go to the first person to type in the letter S. The letter S for the Viking Green Epic 6-petal footed candy dish without its lid. Letter S.
Turns into a great fairy lamp. Shannon wants it, Bill.
It turns into a great riser, Jason, because you don't feel bad about it. So Shannon, thank you so much. That's coming to you.
All right. I can't believe I'm doing it, but there'll be quick claims if anybody's interested. It's going to be choice on this famous pattern. And this famous pattern was made famous by Noritake. So you're going to get, I have 3 pieces of this pattern. It's normally house and tree or house and field. That's usually how you hear it described. Great for fall. This is the sugar. You can also use it as a hat pin holder. I know people buy these and use them as a hat pin holder. So this isn't missing a creamer. This is the way they were sold. You would get your sugar back in the day. And I will show you the red Noritake stamp. Even has its cork. Very famous pattern. Great for fall. That one is 6.5 inches tall. Then I have the basket with the same exact pattern. Wow. It is a transferred pattern, so it is not, truly hand painted. They transferred a lot of this, but a lot of the other details were then hand painted on it. Also Noritake in red. That measures just about 3.5 inches wide. Then I have the match or the toothpick holder in the same exact pattern. This is a very popular gnome pattern, Noritake, red on the bottom. No chips, no cracks to either 3 pieces. That measures 2.5 inches tall. So they're just going to be $10 each. $10 each if anybody's interested in these. The first person who puts in the letter S can take whichever ones they want. It'd be a good starter if that's what you're looking for. I was just looking at the aesthetic for fall, how great these would look on your table. You could put sugar packets in there, the cute little basket, which you don't see often.
These two you don't see often. These two.
You don't. And the sugar is even hard to find in good condition. So Steel, all right, you're the only one. So it's up to you. You just got to let me know which one.
Jason, Noel was first.
Oh, was it? Oh, my God. Yes, I'm so sorry. Noel, you were. My apologies. So Noel, let me know which ones you want. You can take all 3 if you want. That one we'll call Toothpick. This one is Basket. My apologies. My screen jumped and I didn't see that.
Noel wants the sugar.
All right. So Noel, you got the sugar. Thank you so much. Write that down.
So Dee, just let us know if you're interested in the toothpick or the basket.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Sorry for the confusion. My chat's been wonky all night. So Steel, you have choice at either the toothpick, and these were also known as the match holders because of their size. So you can have that or the basket.
She'll take the basket.
All right. You got it, Steel. Thank you so much. Let me write that down. And then that's going to do it for us, Bill. We did it.
We did it
in under 2.5 hours. Not too bad. All right.
So you all need to let us know if you like this viewer's choice thing, because I kind of am digging it because it's challenging. Jason has a hard time with themes, but I kind of like it. So give us some feedback. I think we're good to go next time, though. We can do these 2 things, right?
Bill likes to just I don't have enough stress running the shop and stuff. Bill just likes to up my stress level just a little bit more. Just a little
Jason,
bit more.
It's Cotton and McCoy. We can do that.
Hello, Pinky Witch 50. How are you? No. Hey, these are easy. But if it was like the Fabergé, I can't do it.
But it's called challenge for a reason, right?
I I couldn't bring it. I could not bring anything Fabergé to a sale. And if I could, I don't think I could offer it at a reasonable price. But that's neither here nor there because we're bringing Cotton and McCoy. Thank you all for making it easy on us. Karen Gillette, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. Every single time you're here for us, thank you so much. Please follow her husband, Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. Thank you. Well, thank you, Gavin. That's so sweet to say. Thank you, Holly, for being the backup to the backup, and Deanna for assisting us as well. We couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm speechless. So, Bill, you got a busy week, my friend. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm up to a bunch of things. And Leslie, you're right. We are thinking about everyone in the South right now who has, I think, 2 hurricanes to be concerned about right now.
Yeah.
So if you're down there, please take good care. So I'll be back on Wednesday over on Instagram at 8 o'clock for a kitsch sale with some really solid Instagram shops. That should be fun. And then what were you going to say?
Oh, I like Cheryl. She's right. We could have brought an advertising piece.
I actually thought about that too. I was thinking that's why it's a challenge, Jason. Yes.
If I get stumped, Bill, I'll do it. If I get stumped though, I might have to go live and ask these folks to help me brainstorm on how to do it. I'm just saying.
Or go steal something from my booth.
No, I mean, I have McCoy and Cotton. I got it covered. Sorry, Bill.
Oh, it's all good. On Thursday, I have 2 sales. My normal sale over on Instagram at 5 o'clock with Steph, Crazy for Kitsch. And then at 7, right here on YouTube on Enamor Amy's channel, we are bringing, I think, 15 or 16 rounds of Halloween each. It's going to be great. She's got some handmaids, and I think I'm going to have some of my planter things that I love to bring.
Your planter bundles, not to be confused with a planter.
I don't think they're going to be the bundles. I think they're going to be the planters with the plants.
Oh.
Instead of air plants, though, I'm calling them scare plants.
Look at you.
We'll see. We'll see if I get to it.
All right.
How about you, Jason?
Well, gang, with the 90 of you here still, we just want to thank you all so much. We couldn't do this without you guys. Thank you for the continued support of Mother Tuckers and our channel. Thank you for the support of my co-sellers of Bill or Amy of Enamor Amy and Rochelle of Uniquely Rochelle's. We all appreciate you guys so much. We can't even put it into words. And everybody that sends us nice letters and kind words, we appreciate it so much. I will be back here on my channel 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday with Enamor Amy for fantastic finds. We're going to bring you some fun kitsch, mid-century, all sorts of different things. Then myself and Rochelle will be back again on Saturday. We're going to move our pop-up back to Saturday. Again, we were there this week, except we're going to be on at 8. So we're going to keep moving around until we find a viable time slot that we think works. But we'll be back at 8 p.m. So if you guys love vintage jewelry and apparel and some mid-century and kitsch mixed in with that, we're going to be your shop on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel. All those promos will be coming in the next couple of days. So, guys, have a great night. Thank you. And, Bill, thank you so much. And I'll see you back here Wednesday night at 8 p.m. with Enamor Amy. Have a good night, guys. Have a great week. We started you off right. Make the best